to make things look good, and then I'm going to make sure we don't get that horrific echo we did last time we tried to do this. Because that was bad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cannon Speaks, and we got an impromptu simulcast between me and the watcher on the web, man. This should be fire. We talking about.
I'm happy to be here, Cannon.
I'm happy that you had me join, and this is gonna be awesome. So we talking about what's going on down in Akron, Ohio. Not a lot of coverage on it because they're trying to keep it hush hush. You know why? You know we got some important ballot things happening coming up soon, so they trying to shove a lot of this stuff under the rug. But I'm happy that that you invited me on. So if you know all of my people, hey, if you're not subscribed to the watcher on the web, go over to his YouTube channel and hit that subscribe, hit that like button.
Much appreciated, Cannon. And same over on my side, although I doubt it. If you're over on my side, you probably know who Cannon is. You're probably subbed, and that's because you've got good taste.
Let me see what we got here.
All right, my stream, give me just a second because we might have weird audio for just a few moments while I try and marry these two things together. So we want that one to go somewhere else, just like that. All right, this should work. Please, dear God, let it work. Ha! Cool. So now all I got to do is switch the two that are in the streams. There's two watchers, and now there's one.
There you go.
But I've got an echo on my side. Give me just a second.
Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, cool. All right, we fully up and running now. Who I got in my chat? We got Natasha Kayleen in the building. What's going on? She say, hey, y'all. We got Jay Powell on the building as always. He say, what's good, people? Jimmy Dawes says, let's go. I've been hanging out with the watcher and Jay most of the day while working. I hear that. We got LP in the building. Hell yeah, future conflict and Hotep matchup. You already know. It's going to be a good time, y'all. It's going to be a real good time. But yeah, man, stuff is going, I mean, like low key, all this shit's happening in, what's up, Steph? We got Steph Colonel in the building. But yeah, most of the stuff that's been happening in Ohio, they're not covering it, you know? Let it,
Well, that's on purpose.
Yeah, of course. It's the wrong candidate is in office right now. We'll put it like that. The wrong person's in office and they can't make him look bad. Worse than he already looks already. And I don't know if you can get any worse than how he's looking right now. But they can't have.
I mean, you could always try. You can only ever try. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently his son, Nickel Slick Jr. He called him.
Oh my God!
He called him what? Pedo Pete or some shit like that. I was like, what?
Pedo Pete, buddy.
And then,
all right, chat. Hold on.
And now everybody.
We're gonna bring. You're gonna be able to see shit appropriately on my side now. Give me 3 seconds.
It feels good not have to pull up anything on my stream. This feels awesome. But yeah, it's like now apparently everybody's in damage control right now. They in fucking red alert right now, like Metal Gear Solid trying to walk all this stuff back, and they trying to get people out of the paint who got whatever 4chan put out. I still ain't seen it. I ain't even tried to go see it honestly because I don't know.
Oh. Cannon, we can go through if you want, we'll go through one of my favorite people because I agree. Look, this is coming from a guy who literally scrapes war footage for Spice for a living. Uh-huh. Don't go look at that shit. It will scar your brain. Oof. But I've got a guy who's been looking through it and has been live tweeting as he looks through it as a filter.
Oh, really?
Right. And very, very trustworthy. They do a lot of good intel out of Ukraine that we use for the Council on Future Conflicts. Okay. So highly recommended. We can go through that thread later if you like.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That'd be great. Because I have no clue what the hell is going on. That might be one of the ones where I just make a rumble stream for that shit.
Well, here you go. Because like here's the inside scoop is that they hacked an old iPhone that had been floating around but had been locked up.
Okay.
and using information, they both released all that info from that iPhone, but using the information from the iPhone, they were then able to crack his active iCloud account, which has been confirmed.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is that right?
So all of his current texts and current conversations are also now floating around.
Wow. That's crazy.
All, including texts going back to 2014.
What? That's crazy. So he leaves his laptop at a repair shop, and then they find an old iPhone. Who knows where the hell they found that iPhone at? But they find an old iPhone. They authenticated saying it's his, and then he saw all the way from 2014, and they got some shit in it. And then I heard that audio that you played where it sounded like Nickel Slick was in there, basically incriminating himself.
Cannon, are you suggesting that the vengeful and angry child of a powerful man might potentially plant some incriminating evidence as a desperate plea for help?
Whew. I mean, these kids out here, they're so privileged nowadays. I would never think they would bite the hand that feeds them.
Oh, have you read these texts, brother?
I haven't seen any of them.
That's kind of his. I believe they call it a modus operandi. Biting the hand that feeds him is
an understatement.
Ooh, yeah, it's kind of it's a style, it's a mood, and he's got it.
Oh shit. We got the Demon in the building. He says, "Yep, great job by Rippaverse team." Yeah, hey, shout out to my man Eric July, aka Young Ripper 59. He launched his comic book, the Rippaverse today. Yes. I did my.
Let me open this up.
Yeah, I did my pre-order. I wanted to make sure I supported. I did my pre-order. If you guys haven't, go check out. I think it's rippaverse.com if I'm not mistaken. If not, you can go to.
I'm gonna put it on the screen right.
Okay.
Now.
There you go, right there. There you go, ericjuly.com. I'm sure it's a link in there for his book.
Okay.
For his comic. I think it was rippaverse.com, I think. But
okay.
Yeah, but it's
Hold on. Let's just go to this.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it. I can't wait. I'm proud of him, man, because we see where these comics is going now. They're getting away from source material. They're trying to make their own agenda. It's trying to be co-opted by the rainbow community and stuff like that, which is fine if you want to make your own comic book, but stop taking these existing characters and trying to fit them to your mold, And right now he's taking this comic thing back to the old school, the raw old school days of comics, and I can't wait to see it. So salute to Eric July, aka Young Ripper. We appreciate you, sir.
Hey,
we appreciate you, sir.
Just got one more sale from Mr. Eric July out of Rock and Roll Tyrannosaur in my chat. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
Nice.
He said he just secured his copy now.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it, man. And it's
okay. Here
reasonable.
we go. He's got a Twitter page for it. Let's pull that up. So
there it is.
There we go. That looks good.
Yeah,
that's good looking art.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I literally work with professional comic book artists for a living, and I'm telling you, that's good art.
He said he paid the best. He said he paid the best in the business, more than what Marvel and DC was paying.
That's not hard to do.
he said he definitely looked out for his artists, and the art looks amazing.
Ooh, guys, we got a preview. Let me stop my music so that my check.
Yeah, same here.
And then let me turn on the audio so that your chat can hear it. Here we go. You got the sound?
Yeah, I'm good.
I like the look of this.
Yeah, this is dope.
ISOM issue number 1 is the first book released through Rippaverse Publishing, which makes it extremely significant. Though this is ISOM's self-titled book, it also serves as a launching pad for our entire universe. This 96-pager was written by myself, Eric July. The pencil and ink work was done by the great Cliff Richards, and the color work was done by Gabe El Taib, 2 comic book veterans. This book is part 1 of the ill-advised arc, and it follows Avery Silman, who lives right out.
Are you getting an echo?
No, I don't have an echo.
Okay, that's just on my set then.
Side of Flores Park, Texas, the place where he was born and raised. Now, Avery is what is known as an accept, which is what common folk in this area call special people. Years ago, shortly after he got his abilities, Avery decided to become a hero of sorts and adopted the moniker ISOM. But a certain event had him come to the realization that this life wasn't for him. So now he lives on his own ranch outside of the big city. One day, Avery gets a call from his sister, Altona. She wants him to visit his old buddy because a family friend that interned at her company, Projexis, has gone missing. That old friend is Darren Fun.
Pause and say, I do like my man's beard. It's become more illustrious over the last year.
I'm jealous because this is all I can do. This is it. This is it for me. I don't even shave my beard down, and this is all I can get.
Brother, one of these days I'll show you what it looks like under the VTuber mask, and you'll understand part of why. It's big and bushy on the bottom, but that upper lip just does not want to grow.
Oh man.
Fontano, and apparently he has some connection to his family friend. Fontano has much changed since he was kicking it with Avery when they were, wee lads. Now he's a cold-blooded shot caller that isn't afraid to do what it takes to remain in his position as one of the most respected people in the city. This is a man that you do not want to cross. What was supposed to be a simple meetup with an old friend turns into the longest day of Avery's life. He runs into other accepts such as Sanswan, Yaira, and the Alpha Court. And some of these altercations take a very violent turn considering his past with one of these characters. You can see why he tries to stay out of the city. Who is this family friend, and what is their connection with Darren Fontano? How does this meeting between him and Avery turn out? And does he get the information that Altona needs? How does this impact the psyche of Avery, who went from a hero to a now blue-collar civilian? These are all questions that will be answered in ISOM issue number 1, which you can now pre-order at Rippaverse.com.
Well, there you go, folks. I'm not gonna go watch the rest of the video on his own, but that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a comic book guy. I'm probably gonna grab one of these. So
yeah, I became a comic book guy probably late teens. You know what I mean? Late teens. So yeah, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see the options, stuff like that.
Is this the current campaign? Did he seriously go 800% already?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Previous campaign.
Yeah, yeah. So the ones on the side, there they go right there. Yeah. So shout out to Eric July, man.
Seriously, get in on this, Jack.
That's a hell of a accomplishment right there. Hell of a accomplishment. We got Ron in the building. Ron says, "Can and escape while you can."
Good to see you, Ron. Don't make me pull out the laser eye. The laser eye.
Demon that says these hackers better be on the first flight out of the U.S.
Oh, you ain't lying, brother. Well, here's the thing. The rumor is already that they already left the U.S. In fact, the rumor about the dude who's got it is that he left the U.S. shortly before the election.
Oh, wow. Okay. Damn.
Because he was concerned about literally that. So here's these. These are pretty clean. Mostly these just show financial wrongdoing. So this is what you were watching before, and I figure we could just talk about this before we get back into the Akron.
Okay.
Back into the Akron. I like
back into the action.
The
Akron. Back into the Akron. The Akron action.
No. Well, or as Joe demands, I call it AK Ron. So Joe Biden said he knew nothing about Hunter's business, but in the late 2018 exchange, it looks as if Hunter Biden needed his dad's permission to wire money to Owasco LLC, which is Hunter's workplace. At very least, it shows the Biden family is accountable. The Biden family accountant handled both things.
Okay.
By the way, guys, if you want to go look at what those texts actually say, that's Crab Crawler 1. Crab Crawler 1. Great guy. Tell him I sent you. And then here's that voicemail we were listening to.
Mel's accountant said the money went through and confirmed at 1:40. I sent you the tag number, the F something or other, with all the numbers, and let me know when you got it, honey, okay? Please.
I don't know, chat. That sounds pretty conclusive.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. No way around that. There's no way around that. How do you explain that? You can't. All they can do is try to erase this shit from existence, but everything on the internet lives forever. So somebody's always going to have it.
So do you want to get back into what happened in Akron and how we got to where we are now? Should we start from the very top?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, give me just a moment. Let me get that out of the stream.
Why you do that?
And then,
why you do that? Ron also says Bo is his favorite, or was his favorite. Hunter's a disappointment. I've always said that.
Oh, yeah, no joke. Although Ron, like a lot of the info that we're seeing is that apparently he has been the family moneymaker for quite a while.
Yeah. He the one willing to do the dirt, you know. Steph Colonel says shout out Eric July. Yeah, Jimmy. 800K raised just today is ridiculous. Ron also says he can't wait till you go woke.
Till I go woke. Well, I'm already broke, so I don't know.
Jimmy says support a parallel economy, support Young Ripper. I hear that. I'm ready when you are.
Oh, yeah, brother. All right, man. So I you don't want to. I assume because we're on your channel now, I'm gonna be a little less spicy than what I normally am. So I would normally pull up the video, but I don't want to hurt your channel now. So,
you talking about the? No, we can pull it up. I played
cool.
the official video or the video they've been playing. I've been playing that. Played it a couple times on my stream already.
Cool. So I just got one just as a frame of reference. Anybody who's walking into this fresh, let's talk about Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker is was a young man out of Akron. And I'm actually going to give you a little bit of detail here because there's some stuff that I am just piecing together now. It turns out that very shortly before all this went down, Jalen Walker's fiance was apparently killed in a semi crash, like shortly before he passed away. So the family was already in a little bit of pain, and that's going to become relevant later, I promise. Chat, this is a long story, so grab some popcorn and settle in. So as I was telling Cannon, before the story actually starts before what we're looking at here in this frame.
Okay.
Like significantly before. The story starts the day before when police attempted to pull Jalen Walker over and were unsuccessful. He led them on a high-speed chase through a residential area, and they chose to disengage because it was a high traffic part of the day. It just was unsafe, right? So as that's happening, they kind of probably either make a note of what he looks like or what the vehicle looks like. I'm not sure, but the next day they're trying to effect another stop around about midnight.
Okay.
And Jalen decides that he's not going to stop again and decides to go on another high-speed chase. Only this time police actually pursue him. And so about 7 minutes into that chase, there is video from multiple angles as well as audio where you can see him fire at police once from his vehicle. So they continue to chase him for another few minutes after that, and then he tries to bring his vehicle to a kind of a rolling stop. He puts it in neutral and then slows it down enough he can get out, and then hops out the window, which we're going to see here in just a second. And then we'll just let this video play out, and then we'll pick it up from there. I'm not going to have the audio because it's I guess we'll have the audio on. Here you go. Man, that is low audio.
Yeah, it's low audio. But this is what I was saying earlier. Like, this shit is so shaky. You can't really make out what was going on.
Yep. So essentially, he gets out of the car, and you can't see it very well from this angle. But when he bails out, he's wearing a balaclava over his face. He's also got on a windbreaker that made it so the darts were not able to actually stop him. As he starts running, he kind of has the advantage on them in speed at the beginning, and then when we get about from the grass to the parking lot is when police really start to catch up. And so he makes a decision that he's going to turn around at some point in this.
Right.
And turning around very suddenly after police have had you firing guns at them as they're trying to chase you it's a bad recipe, Cannon.
Yeah, so that's the part I didn't know. I didn't know that he was firing at police while they were chasing him. They made it seem like a shot came from the car, and then the police turned around to pursue him. I didn't know he was shooting at the police. That's what they're not telling us in the news, which is interesting.
So if you look, if you watch him real careful, even though the video is real shitty, you can watch him turn.
Yeah, I noticed him turning. I just couldn't like I see him turn before they started shooting. I just couldn't tell if he like went into his dip like he was going to pull something out of his pants or what. You know, that was the thing that was interesting to me.
And we now know that when he dipped out of the car, he left a Glock 19 in it that was a pretty warm, beat up Glock 19 that did appear to have jammed, or at least that's the word I'm getting off the street. That has never come out in an official police report, but the word that I have heard multiple times is that the reason he got one shot off but still had a full magazine and potentially left it is because it was I believe it was a stovepipe malfunction that I was hearing. So
okay.
The only video, the only images that you do see of the Glock, you can see it's pretty beat up, but they've obviously taken the magazine out and then set them side by side in the kind of like evidence photo thing that they do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So anyhow, I mean, it's unfortunate. I certainly did not want this young man to lose his life, but I do not believe that the cops had a whole lot of other options personally.
Right.
But unfortunately, that's just where the craziness begins. So protests begin. I got to find the right link. I apologize. Protests begin, I think the very next night, but they're rather small. And so they start to call in some larger organizations, and you see George Floyd's nephew. Well, actually, I'm ahead of myself. The first kind of major thing that you see come into town is Jacob Blake's uncle.
Okay.
So he comes into town and he starts kind of doing speeches, and they are kind of getting rowdy, and the police issue a dispersal order after a curfew, and they don't. And so they hit him with gas, and they don't disperse after the gas. And so the police decide to arrest the people who nominally are the ringleaders here. And so they go after the organizers, and they kind of arrest them. They get, I think, 40 of them. No, that's right. 39, because in the middle of this first arrest, Mr. Blake decides that he's going to fake a seizure. How do I know it's a fake seizure? Believe me, we went through a whole lot of evidence. That was definitely that was like classic. That's not a seizure.
So Jacob Blake's uncle, you said, right?
Yeah, came into town about the Jalen Walker thing.
Right.
Just almost as though certain organizations were trying to make sure this became a thing. So as that pressure was building, and as they arrested those people, they held those people. I believe they arrested those guys on the 4th or the 5th. I can't remember exactly which date. But then more big name protesters were called into town and came in immediately. You got George Floyd's nephew. You got all these kind of people. Okay.
Got you.
And so that's when I'm about to share a arrest video that they're kind of passing around. This one. Hold up. I've got to hide my DMs. All right, so that's when you get this arrest video that everybody's being really notice that it starts at a very particular moment and not before, right?
Right.
We don't see anything that happens before this moment. All we see is this moment.
You said handcuffed black man getting punched by a white cop.
And that's all we see.
Right.
So and then this is about to be a fake seizure time.
Is that
that's Jacob Blake. So the one that was getting punched in the face, that's Cortez Rice. That is George Floyd's nephew. The one that got arrested for threatening jurors and a judge.
Right. Okay, I remember
and then
that.
they eventually dropped those charges.
Yeah.
And then the one who is just large and in charge here and decides to fake a seizure, He that's Jacob Blake's uncle. So this arrest happens, and it really infuriates people, right?
Okay.
And this one actually happened outside the county jail, where the other protesters from the 4th were being held, right?
Okay.
So they had tried to disperse them from outside the county jail multiple times, and they refused to go. And so they eventually said, enough's enough. We're arresting the ringleaders, and y'all can go home. So fakes, like I said, fakes the
seizure.
A seizure, which is going to be important here in a second, because while all of the other guys got bailed out the following day, he did not, because he was at the hospital on a medical hold.
He on medical. Jeez.
I'm going to grab a picture of this too, because this became a big issue. You see, as they were calling in talent from out of town, Jacob Blake's uncle was being held in a hospital, which is not a secure building. And so they had over 20 squad cars that had to sit outside that building for over 3 days, because there were a lot of threats coming in that they were going to come take him out of the hospital by force.
Oh, wow.
So let me grab those pictures here real quick. That's going to be Akron Hospital. But as this was happening, they were having these nightly marches, and the nightly marches were getting continuously bigger, right? And continuously more and more people were showing up armed. And I want to say, for the record, if you think that I have a problem with anyone showing up to a protest armed, you're wrong. Like, you're flat wrong.
In Ohio, is Ohio open carry?
I believe it's I believe they're also one of the. I could be wrong. Chat can correct me. I think they might have been one of the things that instituted constitutional.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So this is the view outside of that hospital earlier on in the week, when he was still being held for medical leave, for medical watch. That's a lot of units.
Yeah,
they were there day and night.
Yeah, jeez.
So that all goes down, and then rumors start flying around that those officers that were involved in that that arrest were part of a secret white supremacist internal gang within the Akron police department. Stop me when you heard this before.
Shit, that sounds like the gun trace task force here in Baltimore.
I mean, well, except for this is another one of those where they're like, they have a secret internal name that they use that no one else has ever heard of, and there's no record of ever being used in anything. But believe us,
that's equivalent to
what it is.
That's equivalent to, was it the Louisiana police officers that put up the gotcha sign, and they said it was a white supremacist sign, and then the mayor fired him. Yeah.
He's playing the circle game, chat. The circle game is not a crime.
Right.
It's just hilarious, and then you get to hit your friends.
Yeah. I was like, they're playing the circle game. I said, is this the gotcha sign? What are they doing?
So we're still, as crazy as this has been so far, we are still not done yet, and it gets real bad after this.
Before we start, let me just shout out some people in the chat now. We got,
please do.
We got Natalie McLendon. What's going on, Natalie? She's in the building. Handy Bob, what's going on? You ain't missed much, bro. You actually came in right on time, so you heard the story that we're right now. We're discussing Akron and the Jalen Walker situation. So you're good on that. P Dog Knight, what's going on, P Dog Knight? Salute. I'm happy you can join us. We're talking this Akron. Akron, we're getting real spicy as of late regarding the Jalen Walker situation. Also touched on the 4-year-old girl that got killed and the 40-year-old man that got killed over the weekend.
We're about to get up on the 4-year-old girl, because that was here.
That's what's up.
And it's literally a relative of Jalen Walker.
Oh shit! All right, so I'm all caught up, so I'm ready to go.
All right, cool. So we're almost there to the real sad part. So like I said, they've been doing these nightly marches, these nightly vigils, and these nightly protests. And they kind of do this thing where they'll do like armed marches, but they'll have the kids and the old people there in the morning, or not in the morning, but in the early evening when the sun's still up. And then when the sun goes down, because the curfew's in effect, they've been doing these caravans where they get large groups of people in their vehicles, and then they roll from place to place that they want to go protest at. And then they just kind of do a continuous roll by of that house. Maybe they stop and get out and yell stuff for like 5 or 6 minutes, but then they take off before police have a chance to respond. Okay. So initially, the night before the 4-year-old thing went off, there was another thing that did happen. And so those of you who know Tactical Wisdom, that's Joe Dolio. He's fantastic. He happened to have some security personnel that worked for him that were exactly midway between Louisiana and Akron. And it just so happens that 2 days after the call went out for heavy hitters and for people who were seriously down with the cause to come out, one of his security personnel that was there happened to, in their hotel room, for reasons that we won't get into, positively ID 2 people who appear to be part of the NFAC, the Not Fucking Around Coalition. They had a matching pair of black Dracos that appeared to be brand new. They did not want to leave their hotel room to eat, to do anything else, which is suspicious. They didn't want to talk to anybody. And when they ran the plates, if you looked up where they were from and Akron and the little podunk town they were staying in, that would be almost exactly halfway, because it would be a 2-day drive. So if you left in the morning and you got there in the evening, that's where you'd be before you went to Akron the next day. And what do you know it, as we were watching on the live streams, who did we see but the same 2 individuals?
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So there's outside talent coming in from all over town, and as they're doing one of those caravans that we're talking about, the very first time they do it, police decide they're going to shut it down. Now they have a hard time because there's like 120 cars that are participating.
Okay.
And so what they end up deciding to do is that they take out the blocker vehicles. If you've ever seen this, they have a couple of vehicles that drive really recklessly and inappropriately ahead to block traffic from side streets so the caravan can go by. And it's kind of like a road guard would if you're in the Marine, like if you're running in the military, you have somebody run ahead to stop traffic. They do the same thing, but with a car.
Yeah.
And so they found that the cops stopped one of the more aggressive blocker vehicles. And then they found in it an adult who was not allowed to have a firearm with, wonder of wonders, a loaded pistol.
Jeez, okay. I thought you were about to say one of the Dracos was in there.
Yeah, that came over our the serial number came over my stream. So if you guys want to watch that, the cops read out the serial number over the radio and we got it on my stream.
That's crazy.
Somewhere that's out there.
I mean, that's to be expected. You know they're gonna bring in outside talent. They're gonna bring in agitators. Yeah. It's just to be expected. That's gonna happen.
Oh, for sure. So now we get to Saturday, and Saturday was tragic. They were working themselves up to do. You could tell by the speeches they were given, they're working themselves up to do something real serious. In fact, let me pull it up. I think this window right here. This is Jalen Walker's, I think, cousin.
Okay.
And he came and did a speech. We could play just some of it. Like, it's 7 minutes, so it's kind of long. But I don't remember where the juicy parts are.
Jalen Walker was the 3rd killing by APD since December. I'm angry. This mayor's name, Horgan.
Hey, real quick. Democratic Socialist of America. Democratic Socialist of America organizer. What we're pretty sure is Black Panthers. Am I wrong? Like, I don't know who else does this leather this leather cap.
Don't get me to line to you. Hey, Chad, if anybody knows, let me know. I'm not sure myself.
Fang.
Yeah, I'm not. She got a vest on.
Yeah. That's she's got soft. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a biologist, but this individual has a soft vest on. Looks like level 3.
Armor, yeah. Ronan says Operation Gladio was active in Akron. I hear you, bro.
Ooh.
I was out here with y'all. I was here with you. I seen it. I seen you protesting peacefully.
That's right.
I seen him with military.
He was SWAT.
He got SWAT teams on the roof. Tear gas. Cops punching people in the face.
I wonder why. I wonder if maybe they had intelligence about outside agitators coming into town, and if you look at the 40 people they arrested, literally all 40 of them are from more than 100 miles from Akron.
And that's the thing, right? If they didn't have that type of that type of reaction or that proactive reaction. That would have been stupid of them, because we seen what happened in Portland, right? We seen what happened.
It's the only way to go.
Yeah, we seen what happened in Minnesota. We seen what happened here in Baltimore with the Freddie Gray stuff. Like, if you don't have a proactive response and even suspecting that something may go down over an incident like what happened with Jalen Walker, then you're a poor leader. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion on that.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, like if we get to some of the council stuff that happened, you'll see how unfortunately terribly poor the leadership is. The chief seems to be okay, but like literally anything the chief says is good. 4 city council members, the mayor, and this dumb fucking preacher will get up to undermine him and essentially call for, well, I mean, I mean, you could protest, right? I mean, just like keep it peaceful, you know.
Oh God, gosh.
And you want me to tell them to be peaceful?
Oh, here we go, right here.
On account of my family. You don't have to do that. You do what you feel. If he want peace, he better start showing peace.
Hey, that's as good of a money shot as we're gonna get.
Yeah, that's call to action all day long. That's straight gaslight right there.
So they did all this,
Good
and then
they
they did like 2 or 3 of these for like several days, and then this last day on Saturday they were wrapping it up, and they were doing the children's march with the children and the old people, and they were about to go do the more serious grown-up adult shit. And the talks they were given made it real clear that they were like, only come back if you're actually committed to the cause and you're ready to fuck shit up. So they were headed back to the house, specifically Freedom, which is it's one of these commie organizations. Here, I'll actually pull them up real quick. It's one of these commie community organization things. They're running a safe house. Actually, they're running a series of apartments all in the same little apartment block as a safe house for like multiple people coming into town. So they were hanging out at Freedom Block, and they were going to do a memorial service for someone who had died from police violence or what have you. And they were doing a balloon release out in the parking lot. And then a 15-year-old who is part of the surrounding community decided to do a drive-by shooting of that balloon release. And the 4-year-old niece of Jalen Walker's dead fiance caught a bullet in the face and died instantly on the scene, as well as another 30-year-old who is related to the family who they got him into the emergency room, and they were pumping him full of blood, and then they just couldn't get it in him fast enough, and he unfortunately passed away the following morning. And so that put a damper on things for Saturday, Sunday. And so that's why we've been looking, because the family started making statements about like fuck being peaceful today. They came out and they issued a big public press release, and then they also came out and the commie organizers came together to do a community meeting before the actual city meeting. And that's where we're at, is we were watching them do their whole rage period during the city hall meetings community comment period. And now we've got to find a new live stream because this has gone down.
Oh damn, your stream went down?
No, not my stream, but like the live stream on the ground is no longer live.
Hey Jay, you might be right. I was looking at the picture of the guy that you sent me in the DM with the so this guy in this red shirt, right? He looks DSA. He looks like this guy out of Lansing, Michigan, that owns like a HVAC company that's like, he does all this virtue signaling shit. He kind of looks just like this guy. I'm not sure if that's him or not, Jay, but I can't tell.
Chat, you got to see something here in a minute. This guy, oh my God, guys. This is Nitty, okay? Nitty is a national level organizer who got on this early, and I have to fucking show you what Nitty looks like without the ridiculous getup that he wears on his head to cover up the giant bald spot that he's got. It's bad. This isn't Nitty. This is like a girl that's hanging out with Nitty. You'll see him here in a second, though, and I'll pull it up in the margins, chat. It's highly appreciable. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. So it looks like if you look in the background, the sun's going down,
Right.
and we can hear them yelling. It looks like they're starting to get ready for their caravan activity.
This is another form of slavery. There's a shift in energy in the world to where these white folks is tripping. So, like, y'all spread the word, assist us in what in the movement, because shit is happening. Shit is truly happening, and y'all must know the truth, because media is lying to y'all, truly lying to y'all, and we out here just waiting.
I mean, mostly because they're echoing your message, but whatever.
Right, that's true. And I always said this too, like a lot of these people that's out here that's agitating us, causing all this havoc and all this other stuff, they're not ready for that real smoke. They're not ready for that real smoke. We see it in how they're acting. Like, you know, yeah, we're angry. We're angry. That's why we're out here fucking shit up. And I'm like, okay, so when people start to defend themselves against you, messing with their property, then you want to play victim at that point in time. You know, and I'm like,
people over property.
Right, yeah, and it's like, no, you declared war at that point. You drew first blood, so now you got a deal. Period, full stop. So
all right, so Nitty's behind the camera.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You'll see Nitty here in a minute. Oh, never mind. I think Nitty handed his camera over to somebody else, is what we're seeing here.
Okay.
So hold on a minute. We'll see him, I promise. He gets he can't stay away from the camera more than he's one of those streamers who, like, he'll show about 5 minutes of the event and then about 3 minutes of his face, and then about 5 minutes of the event and then about another 4 minutes or 5 minutes of his face.
Yeah. SF says, unfortunately, most of these people are useful idiots. I mean, he's telling the truth about that. I mean, all it takes is a couple of people to do something heinous, or not heinous, but to spark a whole thing, right? So people out there, say most of the people out there, and they're peacefully protesting, they're doing their vigils, they're doing their thing out there, right? All it takes is a few assholes to, like, fucking throw a brick through a window or set fire to a building or whatever, right? And then shortly after that, people follow suit and they start to do the same thing, you know, and then voila, you got a fucking emergency in the city and you got curfews and all this other shit, you know.
Boy, can I give you my favorite example ever?
What's that?
People driving is only safe because there are these little lines on the road, and we all agree that we're going to follow those lines. But imagine for just a second the kind of chaos it would cause if half the population just said, fuck it, I don't care, I'm not driving in the lines anymore, I'm going in a straight line from where I want to go to where I need to be.
Right.
Imagine the kind of chaos that would cause, and the kind of damage it would cause, and the kind of stoppage that would cause, because that's where we're at societally.
Yeah. Now, like I said earlier, most of these people that's out here doing this stuff, they just want to be a part of something. They don't care what it is. They don't care if the narrative is wrong. They just want to be a part of it. They want to get out there to get their Instagram likes, to get their, you know, their Twitter likes and stuff like that, their TikTok and all that other shit views up. They don't really, they're not really out there for the cause. And then, so is this the guy here?
I just got to show you this. This is Nitty. Let me show you why Nitty wears that hat. Give me just a minute. Let's pull this up full screen. Give me the downloads. Nitty.
Oh,
Bam.
Damn, my man.
Here's why my man wears.
God damn, just let it go, bro. Just let it go. Let it go.
Just shave it off and wear a beanie, my guy.
Yeah. Grow a beard and just go bald, bro. Like,
or wrap these around the top, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can do that too.
Something.
Jeez. Yeah.
From every direction.
Jeez, we got Brody McFarlane in the building. What up, Brody? He says, see you in August. Yeah, we'll definitely be there. For those of you who don't know, we got Hotep weekend coming up August 11th through the 13th at the Ahern Hotel in Vegas. It's going to be fun, man. We're going to have a good time. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna have P-Dog Knight gonna be in the building streaming. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm doing the 2A class, and we're gonna go shoot at the range. We got Kimberly Klasick coming through. We got Sonny Johnson coming through. We got Crypto Wendy O coming through. Project Rook. We got Cassius Cam and Ricky Bascom performing. Hotep's been told you live before studio audience. We got great food. Celebrity Chef Mark's gonna be cooking it up for you. That's Hotep weekend in Las Vegas at the luxurious Ahern Hotel, August 11th through the 13th. Brother. Get your tickets. Use the promo code Cannon to get 10% off.
Brother, that sounds like a hell of a time.
Oh, it was fantastic. Last year was awesome. This year gonna be off the hook. Definitely gonna be lit.
All right. By the way, anybody in Cannon's chat, just so you guys are aware, my DMs are open on Twitter. If you find a good stream from the ground, if you find a good source that we should be looking at for what's going on in Akron, you let me know. I'm also about to be pulling up a police scanner.
P-Dog said I'm coming full.
I don't know if I can share that. Nice. I don't know if I can share that on your side, but hey, yeah. Real quick, how about a good laugh break, Cannon?
Sure.
Do you know about Black Rifle Coffee?
Yes, I do know about Black Rifle Coffee.
Do you know about a Mr. Malcolm Nance?
I have heard the name Malcolm Nance. Yes.
So are you aware that he is a giant grifter?
Yes.
And that those of us in the military space are not big fans.
Oh wow. Okay.
So let me. We came up with some new flavors today. Your chat might get these. See, he did these series. In fact, let me see if I can find him. He did these series of videos where he deeply embarrassed himself. Maybe that's where to start. Let me grab that for you. Nance, fast mover. But we had a good time today. Let's see, video. Oh, never mind, Cannon. Twitter's gonna be a jerk and make it harder to search these.
Oh wow.
He had this video where he showed up in Lviv and a rocket passes by overhead. He calls it a fast mover. Do you know what a fast mover is? It's not a rocket.
No.
It's
no. A Hummer or something?
It's jet.
Oh,
it's
okay,
jet.
okay.
It's an armed military jet carried out a convoy, and so he calls a rocket a fast mover, and then continues to pull out a bunch of the random the people who will like try and seem like experts right there in the moment. And he's like, stand by, hold on, they come in threes. That's it's a Russian caliber. It was launched by a man whose wife just left him. He's got feelings of deep regret, and yeah. Oh no, here comes the next one.
P-Dog Nice says Malcolm Nance has the cleanest camo pants in the Ukraine.
It's true. It's true. My man was on brothel guard duty in Lviv.
Jeez.
So in honor of his sacrifice over there in Ukraine, we now have the fast mover blend. And then of course the decaf blend, which we call standby. And then of course the espresso blend, which is done in caliber.
Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, Black Rifle Coffee disappointed me, man. They disappointed me big time. Like I don't know. Something was always a little bit off with them, but I kind of looked past it, because the coffee's actually pretty decent if you get a good batch of it, and then like just slowly but surely, I'm like, what's going on over there?
Do you know who the good coffee brand to get is, my friend?
What's that?
Well, see, if you have need of coffee, chat, we do actually. We're talking about an official sponsorship with these guys. So I'm telling you, you need to go check out Stocking Mill Roasters. It's an actual stocking mill. In fact, let me pull this up for you.
Okay.
If you don't know about what Stocking Mill is, Stocking Mill was a gunpowder mill that was one of the few places still providing gunpowder to the revolutionaries during the American Revolutionary War. They ask you directly, did you vote for Joe Biden? And if you did, you're not getting coffee. Stocking Mill is fantastic. They're persecuted on Twitter. We absolutely love them. Their branding is wonderful. Wig Splitter's probably the best.
Oh shit.
For high calf, it will It will utterly fuck your world up. I'm not gonna lie. If you want just kind of a regular one, Privateer is good, and so Swamp Fox. But they've got a ridiculous numbers of stuff there. Do you know who Cash Allwyn is? Are you aware of the Cash Allwyn Medal of Honor story?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so let's just put it this way. Brother knows the good deep lore about like who got passed up for Medal of Honors and who should really be being honored and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
Yeah, has been using this to help raise attention and money for both the family and for the to try and get him honored properly.
Okay.
And so if you need coffee, folks, get away from those cucks over at a Black Rifle. Go see an actual serious conservative coffee brand that actually, in my opinion, you don't have to wait for a good batch. Every batch is a good batch out of stocking.
Demon that says, "Oh yeah, that BS Ukraine video of him calling out missile strikes." I'm gonna go check them out. Stocking Milk Coffee. I got you. That Wig Splitter sounds like a good pre-workout. I like these coffees as a pre-workout.
Ooh, buddy, it'll get you the jitters.
As long as don't give me that morphine itch, I'm good. Oh man.
All right, chat. So they can't help themselves but stream during these things, especially now that the city said today. Oh, I forgot. The city said officially in a statement today that they are going to back off of the caravans after they're going to keep the curfews in place, which is. Oh shit, Cannon, do you want to go through the demands that the family issued? Because these demands are just utterly wacky.
Yeah, let me hear them. Let me hear them.
Okay, you read them for me. Hold on, I'll pull them up and you can do them.
Like I said, you're in the know as far as what everything's going on here. I'm still trying to play catch up. A lot of stuff I'm catching I can't get. Here we go with the fucking bots. Hey yo, my mods, get them out of here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
Get them out.
They coming in here with the fucking nudes and shit.
With the lewds,
the nudes.
Spoiler alert, chat. If you're watching this, you are probably the only hot single in your area. So Akron demands. In just a moment, I'm gonna find where they put these.
My people on it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about the other day. Like they just come in, they just massively start spamming me and with shit like, and then. You know, YouTube would try to get me out the paint on it.
We usually get them about an hour after we go live. We'll get the porn bots spam. I got some good mods though. They have fun with it. They come at those guys with a vengeance.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott said he heard from me, heard of me over here on the channel, so he came over to support. I appreciate you.
Hey, Mr. Scott, thanks for coming over, buddy. We appreciate you.
But yeah.
He's from Future Conflicts, and then came over to me, and then came over to you now.
Yeah, appreciate that.
But, all right, guys, I'm finding these listed demands. Hold on just a second. I gotta find a good format that he can read easily, because the way they released it just looks.
Oh, I'm sure.
Bad.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Statement from the organizers. Okay, here we go. Here's their Google Drive version of it in all its glory. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
So that you can read it on the side, and then I'll display it on the screen. Probably on Twitter, just at a DM.
That's cool.
All right, let me bring it up.
Let me see. You said you sent it on. I got you.
Twitter DM. Yeah, it's a Google Drive link.
I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and make.
Let me turn that police scanner off too, chat.
Let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. All right.
No, it's not opening in this window. Hold on just a second. I'll open the one that I've got that's working.
All right, not a problem.
Oh, there we go.
Studio mode. Okay. There we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna go read it.
So,
on my side.
Just the we demand is probably where to start.
Hold on.
It's just, I mean, it's all commie gobbledygook, but it's like especially commie gobbledygook before that.
And they got a lot of fucking demands. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, so it says, we demand the establishment of an independent truth and reconciliation commission to investigate Jayland Walker's murder and others killed by Akron Police Department. And they're like, that's internal affairs, right?
Well, kind of, but like truth and reconciliation is a distinctly and specifically communist term.
Jesus. So they, okay. So they want Black Lives Matter to come in and do this. This commission will be composed of independent investigators, residents of Akron, and other individuals agreed upon by the community, of course, because why not? I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I can see the bias. I can see the issue with that, right? Release the names of all officers involved in the murder of Jayland Walker. No.
I'm gonna pause there and say, guess what? I actually forgot something else. We forgot that we ended at the murder of the poor girl. We forgot to say what actually happened at the police meeting today, and it's relevant to point 2.
Okay, let it rip.
The police chief and multiple others, including the FBI, have said that there are now active bounties out on officers in the Akron police force, but not the actual officers involved in the incident, because their names haven't been released, and the names that these dumbasses tried to just pull on their own are literally not the correct names. There are active bounties out for those officers, the police chief, and city officials.
And it's the wrong fucking officers.
It's the wrong officers. Now they got the right city officials and the police chief, so okay. They got that.
Jeez, they want a firefight. Cut their administrative leave, fire them, prosecute them immediately. I guess they don't want any due process, right? They don't want any due process at all. Abolish the deployment of tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets in City Code Section 35.17. No. Why? So you guys can act a fucking fool? So you guys can act a fucking fool?
So you can't stop them.
Huh? That's what y'all want.
Well, no, but specifically, in my opinion, they do this one specifically to create more incidents so that they can have more points of friction, so that they can have more rioting.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because that's what happened here in Baltimore. I remember when that shit was happening with Freddie Gray. Me and my dad was sitting there watching. My dad goes, they need to be pelting them with fucking rubber rounds. My father said, he said, if I was in charge of the police, I would take all full responsibility. And they were like, why'd you shoot him? He said, because they were acting a fool. He said, I would have kept shotting them, but I ran out of rubber bullets.
Yo,
but
look,
no,
they talk about de-escalatory measures all the time, guys. Yeah. Listen, when the cops have 3 options, right? Like they can talk to you. If you don't let talking work, they can use nonviolent force, which gets real risky. As soon as you go into the nonviolent force category, you generally have a real high chance of escalating to violent force.
Right.
Okay. But they have to have that option. And as many of those options as you give them, the more options they have in a bad situation. But as soon as you take away those, then it's literally talking to shooting. And that sets up the perfect narrative for these communists to do what they do. And if you think these communists really care about any of these inner city kids that get killed, I got news for you guys.
I don't give a shit.
They are meat for the grist mill.
Bob Johnson has popped over from Watch the Stream to make sure I gave a like. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love coming from your supporters, bro. Number 4, disarm any police or security forces deployed to meet protests or assemblies. No. No. Why? So I could be no, hell no. Jeez, they just want room to destroy. You know what Stephanie Rawlins Blake said here in Baltimore, giving them room to destroy. No. They done burnt enough cities down in last year's Summer of Love, or was it 2020 Summer of Love? Release all memorandums of understanding, the current in place contracts between the city of Akron and the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 7 and regional branch of the Fraternal Order of Police. What's that going to do for you?
Hey, I got to bring up something I see on my chat. Hey, Honcho, if the guy, no, they literally don't, especially not in this scenario. Look, if the police observe someone who is a threat to the community and is waving around a gun and shooting at police in traffic. They literally can't. Like, it is their duty to apprehend that person.
Period.
It's like they don't have a duty to serve and protect. That is like, look, I'll agree with the activists there. That is 100% marketing, and you shouldn't buy into that.
That's
like
facts.
fuck the back the blue shit.
Right.
But I'll tell you this other side. That is literally what they get paid for, is when there are violent activities going on, they stop them. And if they don't, that's where their asses get on the line. That's where police chiefs' heads actually do start to roll. Or at least that's the way things did work before we found ourselves in fucking commie through the looking glass land. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Right. Now, all my opinions on this stuff is based off of what the fuck I would do if I was an officer out there and I had to be out there in that shit. You're not taking my gun from me. For what? So then when somebody decides to come down there like they did on Saturday when that little girl got killed, and they decide they want to start fucking taking it out on the police. Nah, I need to be able to meet force for force. Period. All right, where we at? Let's see. Number 6. Number 6. Release a financial breakdown of all expenditures of dollars and contracts executed to meet the protesters in assemblies over the last week.
I'm for that. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's cool. Like, why not? Here, this is what it costs. Legislate the
I'm also for this next one, the abolishment of curfews. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you're an adult.
Right. It's police state. You know, if you got curfews, I don't agree with that either. You know, but if you don't want to be a innocent bystander or collateral damage, you might want to stay in the house. You know, but
Princess, I see you sent me a link. I'll check here in a second.
Thank you. You can make your own decisions when it comes to that curfew stuff. Like, we don't need a state mandated or city mandated curfew. At that point, it's a police state. I don't like that. Legislate the abolition of police chases. Why? Because this one kid got killed who led the police on a chase after apparently or allegedly shooting at them. Like, is that what you want? So what happens when, you know, I don't know, somebody
he's leaving as soon as
somebody not in the police department, some criminal, I don't know, hit and runs your daughter or hit and run somebody or shoot somebody, you gonna want the police to chase him then, right? When it affects you. So what?
Every damn time, and they're gonna be the first people to call and say they ain't doing enough.
Right? Yeah. They didn't catch him. Why didn't y'all catch him? Because y'all said y'all didn't want us to chase people no more. It's the same thing here.
Real quick, I just want you to know we do have some live from on the ground, and if you guys find any other live streams from on the ground, please hit them up in my Twitter DMs, ready to go. All right, sorry about that.
No, you good. Like in Baltimore, right? They got tired of the police chasing the kids on the dirt bikes. It's illegal to ride your dirt bikes in the city. Period. Kids don't care. They do a bunch of dumb shit. The police used to be able to chase them, but the kids, in running from the police on the dirt bikes, would hurt themselves because they not that fucking good on the dirt bikes. All they can do is wheelies. So instead of cracking down on that shit, they was like, well, stop chasing them. So now you gave them carte blanche over the city streets on Sundays, where they do the shit that you just said, where they recklessly block traffic so the convoy can come through. They do that shit every Sunday here in Baltimore with the dirt bikes because the police can't chase them. They, you know, it's a pain in the ass.
Hey, Cannon, I've one of my chat has a correction for you, and it's true. So they did find, like, it's not allegedly that he shot. They've got it on video, and they found the casing where it fell out on the street, and they matched it to the gun.
Oh, well, shit. Well, then there y'all go.
So
there y'all go. He shot at the fucking police. Let's see. Legislate the immediate release of officer-involved incidents. Okay.
That's a body. Look, they did that really quick. Like, I don't know why they're complaining about that. Yeah. That body cam footage was out in 3 days. That is so goddamn fast.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What people don't know is they can request body cam footage from your local police department, period. You can do that. You know what I mean? They got to give it to you within a certain amount of days, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but like you said, this came out quick. This came out really quick. You know, the Jacob Blake shit came out really quick. Which I don't even understand why his uncle's there, because that fucking shit show that happened with him, you know, after everybody found out what really fucking happened, they was like, oh.
That was so, like, that wasn't just justified, like, that was, who approved.
Right.
Had it, like, stamped.
Right. Stop arresting peaceful protesters. I'm sure if you're getting arrested, you ain't peaceful. I'm sure you got caught doing some shit. Now, I'm all for peaceful protesting, and yeah, if they peacefully protesting and they march, if they just yelling and shit, let them be them. But the minute you start doing some stupid shit like standing on somebody's car, you know, or I don't know, pushing somebody or call to action, shit like that, okay, maybe you might need to be detained for a minute. But, you know, most of the people that...
Or if you're like driving recklessly and impeding traffic while 200 of your buddies plow through a red light, something like that.
But the police won't be allowed to chase them. This shit is fucking nonsensical, and I wonder where fucking Scholar came up with this shit and thought it was fucking fantastic. Immediately release all protesters from all jails and holding institutions. I'm sure that most of them get out on their own recognizance after like 24 hours or whatever. Expunge the records and clear the bail and fines for all those arrested for protesting over the last week. No, because it depends on what the fuck they was doing. Were they peacefully protesting? Was there some nonviolent things that happened, or did they do some shit? Did they vandalize some things, some damaged property, stuff like that they need to fucking answer for?
Or, I mean, you're not going to give the bail back until they, at very least, go to trial for what they were arrested for in the first place.
Right.
Am I wrong?
No,
right?
I understand.
Come on, guys. This is simple shit. Not you. I mean, these guys. Like, this is really simple shit. Like, a lot of what you're demanding here is impossible.
Right. Sandy Bob crazy. He says, I say get rid of tear gas and rubber bullets. Then they can just shoot them good and proper. Goddamn, Handy Bob. David Steele says, new subscriber, saw you on Legal Mindsets 2A show. Also subscribe to CFC and watchers. That's what's up.
Hey, kick-ass, thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
Hunch the dirty roofer over from Watcher Stream to give a like and to say we need Sonny Johnson out from under the shadow ban. Yeah, she has been smoking for years.
Hunch wants to show you something. He sent me this earlier. Just a little haha on the side. This is just did you serve? Were you in the military?
No.
Okay. So you don't know about boots, but this is a Russian boot doing what any boot from any country in the world would do anywhere. And just wait till the headlines come out about Russian soldiers completely careless about the homes of the poor people they're invading. This is just some dumb 16-year or 18-year-old doing what 18-year-olds do.
Вот так работает настоящий штурмовики.
So what would that be the equivalent of in the American military?
Oh, dude, like that's just some dumb boot private just fucking around.
Fucking
man. I guarantee, like if the Afghans had phones, you'd have seen some shit like that. I promise.
Oh man, LP says LMAO eliminate all stops and traffic violations. These people are nuts. Why they want a review board for the police? Then they want to abolish the police. Yeah, it's true.
Well, so did we get to the? I've been using. I'm not gonna lie, Canada. I've been using you just a little bit. I've been trying to prep some other stuff in the background while I have you read this, as you may have guessed. So did we get to the part where the Citizens Review Board is only going to be made up of community organizations that they decide?
That was which one was that? That was what the hell was that? I thought we just read that.
Oh, it's number 12. It's number 12.
Oh, okay. So that's different from the commission will be composed of independent investigators and residents. That's separate from number 1A.
God fucking damn, these are so this shit's crazy, dude. Like, god damn.
All right, so there we go.
This commission, there we go.
Right.
Residents of Akron and other individuals agreed upon by the community. No, it's separate. Like down
That's
here,
fucking nonsense.
They're saying number 12, which I'll wait till you get there.
All right, so right now we're on abolishment of curfews, police chases will be legislate the release of often involved incidents. We said that, stop, blah, blah, blah. So we had 11. Create a citizens review board for the police with power to subpoena and members selected strictly by local organizations.
There it is. There it is.
What?
There it is.
Jeez.
Local organizations.
Okay,
Chat.
so-
You literally know. Like, you need to understand. There are some decoding you can start to do every time you hear a leftist speak. When they talk about community organizations, they're not talking about any old church. They're not talking about any old protest group. They're not talking about FFA. They're not talking about Boys and Girls Club of America. They're specifically talking about these communist-run local organizations that they have control of, like the Democratic Socialists of America, Black Lives Matter, various, like there's a whole shit ton of them, John Brown gun clubs. Like they go by hundreds, like literally hundreds of names, but it's all the same parent ideology and they all interact with each other. In fact, often many of these groups are literally ran by the exact same people in the exact same roles, just different organizations for a different day because it makes you look more official.
Right. I understand that, but that's that what's that word? That's them trying to put some buzzwords together to get people on board with it. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's a dog whistle.
Yeah, there you go.
Where you try and hide your true intentions.
Number 12 says create a citizen-led commission to study and strategize the defunding and abolition of the Akron Police Department municipal holding centers and jails with the consideration of the following. Strategize the creation of a participatory budget within the city of Akron operating in capital budget process. Okay. These budgets should directly reinvest funds into reparations.
Yes.
Hold on.
Hold on. My chat's gonna get this. Yeet.
Housing, public transportation, food security, physical and mental health care, and community controlled public safety alternatives. Are you kidding, man? Get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. And how many people are going to take advantage of that shit? Jesus. Members must be selected strictly by local grassroots organizations, including those listed below. Of course, they have. Who are those listed below? Oh my God.
Don't worry. They got a footnote here. Don't worry. You'll see.
Oh
it's great.
God. Okay. The funds appropriated from the Akron Police Department should be democratically controlled by the people of Akron through said participatory budget. Failure to negotiate these terms will likely escalate community unrest and unfortunately will perpetuate a culture of violence by local police forces. Okay, so
a coalition of members from Freedom Bloc,
Jesus,
Akron Democratic Socialists of America, and Serve the People of Akron. Hey, want to take a guess what those three are? Want to take a guess what three organizations are all running safe houses in Akron right now?
I would love to take a stab at who giving them this funding.
Oh boy, you know, it's I
can't even say his name. It might fuck around and get.
It might rhyme with Snoros.
Yeah.
But that's just a topic that makes a lot of people go to sleep. Right. So we'll
call him Gerald Kronos. Gerald Kronos.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Gerald
no, you know what? It's always the Bogdanov twins. Like whenever you need someone to blame it on, especially now that they're dead, chat. And here's how you get away with it. You just say, look, the Bogdanovs, they were really invested in crypto because what they wanted to do, they implanted their brain patterns and they overlapped them and have become one total grand Bogdanov as an AI entity, and they watch over us still.
But this is the funny part. Guess who the fuck it's signed by? Signed by the Freedom Bloc, Akron Democratic Socialists of America, and Serve the People Akron. Jesus. Oh my gosh. They're advocating on their own behalf with this bullshit.
God. Where's the Obama giving Obama a medal meme? Because like that is what we need here.
This shit is hilarious.
What do we got on the ground? Oh, the fuzz are rolling through. Let's hear what these commies are talking about.
can't fucking stand these Akron cops. If you go that way, you can take
So chat, just in case you're unclear, let me I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Watcher. I do editing and technical production for Tactical Wisdom, for Future Conflict, for my show, and I'm starting to do some editing for a couple of other channels. I stream quite a lot now. I become more comfortable with it because my chat is, you guys are just unbelievable. By the way, 43 or 34 of you here and 46 likes. I really appreciate you guys. For a channel as small as mine, you guys are really making me blow up, and I really appreciate it. But we do a lot of what we call Night Watch, where we get on and we go through the news of the day. We watch any live streams of anything that's relevant. I share covertly private information that I've been getting from OSI and 2 groups from around the world. We generally just we look over stuff for Future Conflict, or we look over stuff for domestic that is too spicy for Future Conflict, or sometimes we just look at memes and shit because I like making and looking at memes. So we really appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be here most of the night until the spice stops. That's kind of how Night Watch works. Is once we run out of topics or we run out of live streams, we're done.
Hey, there you go.
So Cannon, I don't know how long you're gonna be here.
So
though.
my stream is probably gonna go for another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna jump off for a second.
That's it?
Yeah, but I might jump back on.
Okay.
But I'll probably jump back on with you a little bit later. I just gotta take care of some stuff upstairs. But
chat, they are furious. By the way, if you want to not end it and you want to just like take your camera off, I will totally entertain your chat as best I can from a distance while you handle business, no matter how long it is.
All right, let me see what my guys say. Hey, one in the chat if y'all don't mind Watcher taking over for about 20 minutes. One's in the chat if y'all don't mind Watcher taking over for about 20 minutes. Let's see what they say.
Uh-oh, what is this? What are they giving us here? Are we not live anymore?
That's what it looked like.
He stopped. So let's get the 12 minutes that he was gathering again, just to see what it's like on the ground, because that is fresh. We just caught the end of it.
Okay, damn.
Don't worry, Nitty will go live again for sure. Oh,
right, cool.
Also,
I'm
I've got
getting a bunch
one.
of ones, so they don't mind at all. So that's awesome.
Oh, chat, you guys are great. I love you. Let me actually pull up his chat so that I can read it. That way, do you have mods that can manage just in case somebody comes in and tries to do something stupid?
Yeah,
I want to make sure that I'm protecting your channel.
Yeah, no, my mods are on point. So, hey yo, Emmanuel DMWJ, y'all make sure that y'all kick these bots out with extreme prejudice, please. All my mods, I appreciate you.
All right, guys, I've got both chats side by side now.
All right, cool. And I'm gonna jump. Let me see. I'm gonna go to which one is it? Here we go. Do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the cam off, and you got it from here.
All right, buddy, you handle your business. Guys, Cannon is fantastic. Before he gets too far out at earshot, let me make him blush, because I've been catching up on some of his previous work. I was not aware of him before the 2A stream, but I've been catching up on some of his 2A takes, as it were. I was a former marksmanship instructor in the Marine Corps for a large number of years, and so 2A is something near and dear to my heart, you might say. It kind of became a way of life. And I not only appreciate his taste in grip, I think he's got some excellent taste in cultural things as well. So I already like you just because you're already subscribed to Canon. Can I just say that? Hey LP, what's going on? I think you're over in my chat too. You're crossing the streams, brother. Didn't they warn us about this in Ghostbusters? I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, Hunter, how you doing, buddy? Look to provide info because I know it will be of good use. Hunter, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. I've got such a wonderful crew of mods and people who feed me info. Princess, I also appreciate the chats you've sent me. I'm sorry, guys. I've got 3 screens up. Like, once he gets back and I have a few minutes, I would legitimately consider setting up my 4th screen just because there's so much going on. But we'll see how we do. Let me get this music going again. Although I think I turned it off because it's going to echo. Yeah, we're gonna have an echo. We'll just we'll listen to his echoey butt for a bit. So Canon Hotep stream, you guys are confused because you're not hearing an echo, but unfortunately there is one on my side. Actually, this isn't bad. Oh, there we go.
Driving around the city worker, it looks like they closed off the streets at this time.
So they've been closing off the streets with these dump trucks, and the organizers got so mad about this earlier, chat. Oh, so very mad. They like incredibly butthurt because they're like, oh, they said they weren't gonna escalate or do anything. They're literally closing off the streets to traffic to make it easier for them to perform what they're doing because they didn't have enough people to make it obvious that they were doing an event today. No, seriously, they only had like 30 people, and that's probably because they had to split between like City Hall and wherever they were doing their own personal community people's council event thing, right? But it doesn't really matter because there were not enough of them on the street to actually like prevent cars from naturally wanting to go down and be like, oh, what's going on? So they blocked it off with dump trucks, and then they used that as a point of agitation. Chad, I don't know how much Canon Hotep talks about this, but I'm going to tell you, never apologize, bow, scrape anything to these commies. They will literally just use it as an excuse to come after you. Oh, hey there. Welcome, DMW. Good to see you there. Stoli, wonderful for Riot Watch. I think this is a fantastic Riot Watch. I really do quite enjoy having Canon on. He's good. Let's see. Run 4 monitors with the option to turn a TV into a 5th. Brother, I've actually, like, what I need to do is I need to get the projector that I set up for my kids that I use as my 4th screen, and I project it over the top of my head and over the top of my other monitor bank. It's really the only way I can make anything fit in my current arrangement, but it works perfectly. I just need to, I'll need to take some time later to go do that, and this particular Riot Watch might be a perfect time for that. Let me see there. Canon looks like Aaron Donald. I don't know who Aaron Donald is. Makes him good in your book. Emmanuel. I mean, anybody who's good with him is good with me. But we already need people who logically approach topics like guns and vaccination mandates. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said the V word out loud. I gotta be more careful. Gotta be more responsible, chat. You know me. I'm real spicy on my channel, so I need to be a little more a little more responsible. I do kind of have the attitude of I'm tiny, so if they nuke me, they nuke me. I'll just reform over on Rumble and assault the beaches that way. Nope, they bitch about something. Hammer it harder. Yup. That's how it works. The big V, the Pokerino. There we go. Vacation mandates. Well, I don't know about that. You know, I might be in favor of vacation mandates. It would all depend. Like, who's mandating it and how? Because, like, I personally mandate vacation. We'll probably be okay with just the one, just so everyone's aware, because like news agencies literally say it all the time. We're not even saying pro or minus. Canon gets nuked every week. That's interesting, chat, because I've been quite spiced and I've not got nuked yet, period. Trying to find out the source so I can confirm, but it looks like Iran is about to resupply. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Iran's about to resupply Russia with a bunch of UAVs, chat. It's heating up once again. Russia has had a critical shortage of UAVs, and they don't have a good domestic production of that, largely because of corruption issues we've talked about on Council on Future Conflicts before. It's a precarious situation, to say the least. You like that one, huh? Vacation mandates. What is this, fucking France? Oh, chat. Who's mandating them? I'm just saying I'm gonna mandate vacation for me. No mandate on free business by government. That's socialism. Hunch, you're not gonna hear any arguments from me about that. Say goodbye to those fancy HIMARS, Ukraine. Yeah, I mean that is what Russia getting more spotting drones ultimately means. If we're being super honest with ourselves, it means that most of those fancy toys we're giving them just had their lifespans substantially shortened. Let me see here, chat. So just so you know, we've usually got music going, which has got people unnerved because I usually have really, really good music going in the background. But because of the weird echo, I'm afraid of what that's going to do on my end, which I technically have more viewers. And so I want them to have the most pleasant viewing experience possible. So we're trying to reduce the things that give us echo. Let's hear the socialist bitch, though.
There's another officer on this road right here. So it's going to be high and let me figure out the cross street. But like I said, it looks like all the protesters took off. Looks like everybody's safely out. But they were barricading the roads.
Safely out. They were trying to block them from get out, chat, with snow plows, which are when they're standing still, chat. These are super famously hard to walk around, right? It's definitely not that these are hard to drive around, and they were using these specifically because they're hard to drive around to, park them in the middle of intersections to block traffic and keep them away from protesters. I mean, it's not like we've seen vehicles do bad things to people standing in the middle of the road, or crowds react poorly to what they think is vehicles attempting to do that. And really bad, terrible situations escalate or anything. We haven't seen any of that. No, it's definitely them trying to trap foot traffic by putting snow plows in the middle of a car intersection. That's what that's for.
There was only one exit left, and then now that's barricaded too. So if there were cars down here still, they'd be completely screwed.
Really? Because I bet they could probably still get out. I mean, if they were in this side, sure, but I thought it was that side.
So luckily everybody took off. Yeah, look, they blocked off these roads right here with more dump trucks.
Hey, Pat, I'm sorry I didn't see you were leaving.
Leaving as soon as
Adios, buddy. We'll see you in a minute.
What?
Hey, P-Dog Knight.
What'd you say?
Cannon's house. Vacation. Yeah, I got the note now.
Again?
Ukrainian guy named Igor. He'll hook us up with a great rate. Pat, you're not wrong. You got to work in 4 hours. Hey, buddy, you have a good one. Abolish dump trucks. Emmanuel, this is Akron. This is Akron not too long ago, roughly 12 minutes ago. We watched this end, and then we started at the beginning, and we've kind of skipped through it. I'm looking on another screen to see if I can find us some live footage from on the ground. This guy should be going live soon. One would assume he's quite attention hungry. We'll see what we can pull up here. So this was the city council earlier. I'll tell you what. Where was the one that they were yelling yeet yeet, chat? Let's show Hunter's. Oh wait, hey guys, here. Quick world news update. Montreal police have arrived at Trudeau's dinner party to make sure that Trudeau can eat his dinner undisturbed from this large group of children and a couple of other protesters that showed up just to say that they disagree with him. Apparently they're saying something that we need to listen to. It's French. I don't speak French. I know parlez-vous.
My French is not so good.
Yeah, same, brother. Look right here. Look right here. You're gonna see him. There you go. There you go. You rampant piece of filth. Anyhow, so apparently they were talking about Free Tamara, who's the lady who's leading that protest. So quite sad. I think this is the one that we got the yeet yeet sounds.
Now I'm getting involved.
We'll watch the rest of
Now
this
you're
real
gonna
quick.
see me. They gave me a purpose now. They gave me
Alex Stein just did on Tucker. Oh, I love Alex Stein. Alex Stein 99. You know I grind and shine. Oh, brother, I love Alex Stein. Alex Stein's the man. Let's see what he posted on his Twitter page. Hold on. We can usually get away with it when it's like we'll probably get hurt with this. Oh, it's on Twitter. We're probably okay. He tweeted it. Shoot. I'm not gonna take the chance. Also, the echo's gonna make it sound terrible. Chat, we will watch this later. I am a huge fan of Alex Stein. I think if Alex Stein and Kyle Dunnigan got together, we could have essentially like the rebirth of a true, real, decent, good comedy show. By the way, everyone, I'm going to turn back on the Akron police scanner while we're looking for more things to look at, just so that we can kind of get a sense of what's on the ground. So let's go Jayland. We will spell his name and say his name. Jayland. Nada. Last thing we got was these real progressives, and they were kind of heading out. What did Nitty do? When's the last time Nitty was live? We can look at this earlier. So this was that protest that I was talking about earlier that I kind of had a live stream on. They did a bunch of we're not going to listen to this at all because it's all just helicopter footage.
Open burn investigation.
Open burn investigation. That doesn't. That could be. Somebody give me a fix on what time sundown is over there. Have we already gone past sundown, chat? Let me know. Okay, Cannon, Stein is great. Yeah. You heard the rumors that Tucker attempting to implement the same climate restrictions, or Trudeau. Yeah, absolutely. Those aren't rumors. He absolutely did that, and he did it right after the internet went out. I'm not saying there's a connection. I'm just saying that those are two things that both happened. Oh, hey, Cannon's back. Man, you were quick.
Yeah. Took care of what I had to take care of.
Chat, we got to stop talking shit. Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey.
All right, so what's this?
So this was that same. So I was telling you that they organized a little thing earlier to do a people's community hall meeting outside of the town hall meeting before it happened, right?
Yeah.
So this was that. Do you mind if I go take a quick bio break and you can cover and just this was a Fox affiliate that had this on. So also, if you're interested, I don't know if you want to do this, but apparently Alex Stein was just on Tucker and he tweeted out a 2-minute clip. And because he tweeted it out, I can usually get away with that on my channel, but I didn't want to do it without you.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, we should be good with that. It's a tweet.
All right, cool. Give me just a couple for a bio break. I'll be right back.
All right. Hopefully, you won't talk too much shit about me, guys. Let me pull up his stream real quick. 1 second. Where we at? There we go. Oh no, that's fine. All right, there we go. All right. Let me see. I'll put his stream on my third screen. There we go. All right, there we go. Let me pull up my people. All right, perfect. Man, this shit is crazy. Like I said, if we all know if Donnie T was in office, right? This would be a big fucking deal in Ohio. This would be a big fucking deal. All the news agencies would be down there. Everybody would be down there. But because, their person's in office, they got to kind of keep this shit on the hush. That's exactly what's going on. Now, you know, it's we know now what happened. We know that they were trying to catch this kid since the day before. We now know that he did fire at the police, which led to the car chase. They didn't give chase the day before, but they gave chase that day. He passed. Just recapping for my people. He took him on the chase. He got out the car. He ran. From there, that's when the camera footage got a bit shaky. The camera footage got a bit shaky. You can see him vaguely turn around. I don't know if he turned around and he went for, you know, actually he had something in his dip or what that caused the police to shoot. But, you know, he was a high risk at that point. Now, with that being said, before any footage and stuff like that came out, they were already gearing up for this shit. They couldn't wait. You know, I'm shocked that Al Sharpton and those guys ain't made it down there yet. We'll see what happens with that. I just knew they was going to be down the day before Grifton. You know how they do. You know how Al Sharpton and those guys do. We got this, the Eye in the Sky footage. I can see this Eye in the Sky footage. Let me see if I can't find something else. Let's see. Because they've been trying to quell this shit. They've been trying to squash it. So it's kind of hard to find footage. You know, most of the footage is probably going to come from people that's on the ground. Like you were saying, this stuff was from yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I guess it's from yesterday. But so apparently, Emmanuel, he shot the day that he passed. That's when he shot at the police. It wasn't the day before, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the same day. Which, you know, at that point make it dangerous. But I know they had tried to pull him over or something like that the day before, and he ran and they didn't give chase. And I think they caught up with him the next day, if I'm not mistaken. That's what happened. But we do know, whether it was the day before or the day of, he did fire at the police. That's the crazy part. They found the Glock. They found the casing. They matched it with the Glock. He said the Glock jam. He must have had a dirty ass fucking gun, because I ain't never heard of a Glock jamming. But he said the Glock jam.
That's weird.
Yeah. And
let me see if I can find the picture real quick.
Yeah. So he shot at the police the day of, right? Not the day before, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
During the chase, the day before, they kind of let him go. Like, he started to go into a high speed chase, and they were just like, we're not having anything to do with this. We're gonna wait.
Right. So, but yeah, this shit's crazy, you know. And like I said, I hate to say it, but I feel like this weekend's gonna be something. Maybe it sparks off tonight. Who knows? It looks like Ohio took the right precautions. Or Akron, the city of Akron, took the right precautions for this. Not giving us, I mean, they don't look like they're trying to really give them an inch to do anything, that's how you should be doing right now. Like, if you wanna protest and march and all that other stuff and have your vigils and everything and your you know, your speeches, go for it. You know, but there will be no looting, no burning, no vandalization. You know what I mean? No vandalizing. Like, period. Emmanuel says so much going on that Hunter Biden iCloud is getting no attention, and the Georgia Guidestones feel like it happened weeks ago. I know, right?
You know, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the Hunter Biden laptop, like, I'm not giving it too much. Like, we can go through that thread here in a minute, and that'd be fun. But I don't think it's gonna get a lot of attention, because I think everybody realizes that nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Like, you know, I think people getting their hopes up a lot. You know, that's the thing. People getting their hopes up a lot. I knew nothing was gonna happen the minute nobody went down for, you know, the whole Russia shit. You know, like, all right, they'll never go down. They're too connected. You know, they got the media on their side. They got all the right people on their side. Shit ain't happening. Handy Bob says Pedo Pete is the latest scandal not being covered. Yeah, they trying to sweep that shit all the way under the rug, Handy Bob. Emmanuel Preston.
Boy, how soon?
Go ahead.
How soon are they going to disappear us for just doing that simple alliterative name?
Oh man,
Pedo
listen, I give that like they're gonna, because I'm sure it's trending. I'm sure it's a hashtag right now. They're gonna get rid of that hashtag immediately. Pedo Pete though, where the word Pete come from? That's what I want to know. Jeez.
Oh well, okay. So it came from his dad. So you remember? Oh, I'm a rewind. You remember? First of all, let me back up. What do you call Mitt Romney? Because I call Mitt Romney Mittens. So, do you remember that Mittens had a pseudonym that he was going by online? Pierre Delecto.
What?
You remember that shit?
That sounds like a kid toucher.
It does. But Pierre Delecto was the name that he went by for a long time.
Pierre Delecto. Jesus.
Yeah, and that came out as he was running for stuff. And so hold on, let me see if I can find that.
And
yeah, that's probably not how it was. Mitt Romney and his secret Twitter account.
Oh, he was on his what was the fucking guy name? What's Huma Abedin's husband name? What's his name?
I don't remember this one, but yeah, Mitt went as Pierre Delecto. Whatever Biden's confidential name that he's been going by in all of these other documents for business stuff, where he's trying not to include his legal name, he's been using Peter something. I think it starts
Jay
with an
says
H.
Pete Henderson or something like that.
Henderson, there you go, Pete Henderson.
Oh my god.
And so he saved him in his contact list as Pedo Pete.
Jeez. Oh my god.
What a loving family.
Wow. Hey, thank you, Anthony Weiner. That's his name.
Oh, Anthony Weiner, that's right. Oh my god, I heard he's trying to get back into politics. Please. God, I need this. Right into my veins, chat. Please let the Democrats vote him back in office so we can literally just show his dick pics every time he does anything.
That shit is
Please.
crazy. I thought he went to jail. God damn.
I thought he did too, but I mean, he's a Democrat, so...
Yeah, that's true. Connected.
Well, he's a Democrat and he's not Rob Ford,
Yeah.
so...
Connected. But that's
well, you know about Rob Ford? Do you know about America's crack-smoking mayor?
I thought America's crack-smoking mayor was Marion Barry.
Oh, okay. So there's Marion Barry too. Okay. Yeah. No wait. Hold on. Is Rob? I think Rob Ford might be the Marion Barry of Canada. I might be having this backwards.
Oh man. But yeah, I just called Joe Biden Joe Nicholslick. He always trying to get over on somebody.
Oh, I was thinking of the wrong thing entirely. Yeah. You're right. Marion Barry. Yeah. Unless you're Marion Barry, then they'll hang you out to dry.
He got reelected.
He did, from jail.
Yeah. After getting caught with a hooker and cocaine and yelling the bitch set me up. From a sleazy motel. That's the funny part. And still got reelected. That's funny. They setting up. They getting ready.
Yeah, this was earlier. So this is. I figured we should hear what this whiny communist has to say real quick.
I would not want to be the city workers out there in them trucks that night.
Well, here's the thing: the NAACP speech maker. Hold on, I'll even show you the speech I'm talking about, just so everybody knows I'm not bullshitting. If you guys go to Facebook Live and you search all these videos, and you look up Jalen Walker, it was this most recent one that was here today. This Akron Council Jalen Walker. Okay. And we can watch some of it, but this was that one we were just watching from above. This is how it looked from the ground. They had like 7 streamers there. I don't know which annoying one this was, but let's find where that oh no, wait, this might be after that meeting was over.
Dispatch 2,
okay,
Springfield
yeah.
Fire,
So that's the one that was after.
24, Pine Lake Trail, 2624.
So it sounds like there's a fire. Hold up.
For a male in his 50s. His defibrillator went off. He is alert and conscious.
Okay, so it's an old person. Sounds like they probably fell asleep smoking in bed. That's a risk. Listen to the police scanner, folks. Sometimes you just get random crap, but sometimes we've been the first on a bunch of different stories out of this because we were listening to the police scanner. Like, there's another one we forgot to tell you about. The other night when we were listening, there was a 4-alarm fire. They called in 3 engines, a ladder, and a brigade commander to this fire. And guess where it was when we looked it up on the map?
Where was it at?
It was right next to the county jail. It was literally the building next to the county jail.
Jeez.
And hey, guess who was caravanning through the area at the time? Oh, wouldn't you know it?
Who was what's it, Democratic Socialists of America?
Yeah, whatever current organization they're going by, because like I said, there's 3 big ones, and they've got several others that are coming in from out of town that make it even more difficult to figure out who's talking for who. Some of them are all the same people, but like with slightly different organizational structure. It's so stupid. Let's see if we can find the rally. Is it this one? This is the one. So this lady from the NAACP, I think it was this one. She's organizing this.
Okay.
And like a couple people come up and get to speak, but then she points out, let's see where this streamer's gonna like turn and face the trucks, and that's what we want to see, because she's getting them all fired up. Like, look at these trucks that they brought out to block the streets. They told us they weren't gonna escalate, bro. They're using the trucks to block the streets to keep you safe. It's not like there's been a big rash of people doing stupid shit with vehicles or anything. Nah.
Jeez.
So they're trying to find every little thing they can to try and agitate about. So I guess we could probably watch this, because this was the last thing that was live, right?
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know who he is. His name's Charles Brown. Give me one of my leaders if you want to know his address.
Let's see. Let's get one of the important people. I don't remember who that is, but let's...
Curfew for us, but not for the police.
Right.
Well, yes. I mean, you need the police
to enforce the curfew. Jesus. P-Dog Night says, how long do y'all think Pedo Pete 46 will last on Twitter?
Somebody got the account.
Oh man, jeez.
Oh,
jeez.
Bro, about as long as a snowball in hell.
I'm about to say that shit probably gonna be gone before we wake up in the morning. Good lord. Man.
Hold up. Looks like I've got a couple. We might have some live. So, hey, Princess, you are coming through for me. By the way, guys, if you get the Instagram lives, those are the best ones, because I can't search Instagram because I haven't yet created a Watch Your Instagram account. I'm gonna fix that. So here we go. We're live. Hey, it's Nitty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that bottle.
Yeah, open beverages,
so that
and
doing here at the protest,
running cars.
We popping bottles at a protest.
They've been doing this all week.
Why? That's what we like to call shine shit right there. Jesus,
and they were caravanning, and now they've stopped somewhere, and they do this on stream because you got to get that shine. There you go, Nitty. Hold up. Let's reveal the man.
He shook the bottle like he shook a dick all over his face.
Oh
my god,
brother, this is entertainment. Hey, chat, I'm sorry.
What it looked like.
I've been trying to look for stuff, chat. It's hard to keep eyes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, thank you so much, Princess. Princess, we owe you for this. I love watching Nitty live.
You gonna get it. You gonna get one. You gonna get a Frankie Baby Day in Akron, nigga. Don't worry about it. You gonna get a Frankie Baby Day in Akron. Poppin' shit.
What's all this on the chest? Can you enlighten me?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't wear any of that stuff. I know, like,
I got you, but like you don't know anybody who wears this and like gives a reason for it. Like I get the puka shells, right? But like, what's all these plastic beads? Like it's not Mardi Gras.
No, I mean I know some people wear like the Pan African beads.
Is that what those are? Because I thought that had to have green in it. Because
Yeah,
that is
it's
it's mostly black with just a little bit of red.
No, yeah, most time it has green in it. I don't know, it's just like some shit he picked up from the flea market.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. He wants
like
to look the part.
5 or 6 of them are all wearing it. I wonder if it's going to turn out to have some like internal meeting inside their chapters chat. Like it's going to have like a rosary bead style meaning where like every X number of beads is a red bead, and that symbolizes like how many days we go in a year before they kill another young black man.
Yeah, I don't know what that shit means. LP said this man champagne showered himself.
And his car.
Yeah, and his car. Jeez. That's not showing the inside of your car, bro.
My chat says, Jerry. You
ready to incriminate his fucking self.
Oh, they do it every night. Like that's why we watch Canon. That's why we watch.
Oh, Dusty
is he singing? Stop! Is he singing?
I gotta find that my charger thing though.
Nitty, don't run out of batteries on me.
I just want
entertainment.
to see if he's driving a V6 or a V8 Mustang.
I don't know, but I know that I'm super appreciative that he is driving the Mustang, because when they've been doing the caravans, as you might imagine, all the other ones are just like a person filming out their front window. But Nitty, being the glamour star that he is, always has a girl drive this for him so that he can hang out in the passenger seat and show off the whole caravan, which lets us get good views of where they're at and kind of track their progress through the city. Although somebody taught me how to use Google Maps in a way online that we can look at how busy the traffic is in particular areas.
Oh wow.
So
all right,
we figured out how to track them that way too.
Have a good one, P-Dog Night. Appreciate you stopping through.
Hey P-Dog, I appreciate you coming over to my channel too, man. You're the best. Holy cow, did everybody from your channel come like over here? Because I got 56 likes, and that might be the most likes I've got on a stream.
That's what's up. Probably.
Guys, do you realize that I had Lord Miles on and I didn't get this many likes?
Yeah, my guys, my people, they pretty goddamn awesome. So more than likely, yeah, they did.
Oh, let's hear what idiocy we've got in store. Derna, you're only gonna revoke his man card because he's got a woman driving for him. That was the first indication that this man deserved a revocation of the man card.
Andy Bob said he got a V6 with an exhaust leak and 4 different size tires.
Hey, one of those is white wall. That's class.
They out there, and I don't know what none of them fucking beads. He just got shit all over him. I don't know. I mean, maybe it means something. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I always just try and keep my eye open for little details, because they often give us little details that they think no one's going to get, and then we end up having autist friends of ours to code.
I have a good one, man. You appreciate you rolling with me, bro.
So he is loading up on that bottle. But again, like I said, he usually isn't the one driving when they go out and do these. I think there's not a chance in the world that they don't go out and do these tonight, because one of their requests was that they allow them to do these caravans, chat. And it is literally the only request that was granted is they said you can stay out after curfew and do these caravans as long as oh wait, I just realized, chat, it's only like the curfew starts there at 11 now because they extended the curfew. So they're probably waiting until curfew starts to do their rollout. That's what I mean, because literally the whole point of it is to try and break the rule.
Right.
Like if you do it before that, you're just wasting gas, and think about how expensive gas is right now.
Right. That's what they need to be fucking marching and protesting about right there.
Seriously. Well-armed corgi, Ford Fiesta, brother. He stepped up from the Ford Fiesta when he got in on those Boros books. Actually, some of them's Bezos bucks. We could talk about that because, like, holy shit, did some of those corps give big to the BLM International Corporation. And that has been distributed to certain troublemakers and only those certain troublemakers. And then the organizers at the top, because you know how socialism be, fam.
LP say, do these people have jobs? They probably called out.
Yeah,
or
this
no.
is it.
They probably still getting them Biden bucks. Who knows?
Brother, no, this is like, I don't know if you know this, but there is a whole system of professional organizers. And there have been for a little while now.
Okay.
And these, like, Nitty's one of them. He gets paid. His grift is to go around the nation to all these different things. He gets paid on the side to kind of make a living when he can't, and then when he's live like this, he takes donations on the side and that kind of stuff and makes good money showing up.
Oh, shit.
That's why he's doing all these champagne showers and shit, is because this is payday for him.
Ambulance Chasers 2.0. That's probably what.
Fucking vultures, my friend.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why I ain't seen Al Sharpton in them down there yet, huh?
No, they've talked about it, but I think they're still. Look, I might be wrong here, but as far as I understand it, there is some not open grievance between Al Sharpton and various older grifters and BLM who shall we say sucked up all the funding and attention for a while and did not reciprocate or share that out as they might have to certain long-standing members of the community who came out to support you. Didn't give the old man his cut.
Jeez.
So he still makes words. He still flaps gums about it because flapping gums is cheap. But I haven't seen him come out to a Black Lives Matter thing that wasn't local to him, that he wasn't invited to directly by like the family.
Because he ain't getting no cash.
Well, I mean, I didn't. Yeah, that's it. I did say that actually.
Emmanuel said Al Sharpton invented the grift. He is one of the originators, right?
Cottage Industries, says Brian Anderson. You're correct. Community organizer. Yeah, that's the title they like to use quite often. Yeah. Their job is rioting. Sometimes, look, their job is rioting when it's appropriate. Look, that is a soldier of fortune kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like there are that's a thing where they take that cash when they can get it because it's available, right? But that's not the main grift. The main grift is all these people. Look, the big, like there's several circles of grift that overlap, but like there's the DEI crowd that's like actually entrenched in education, and those are mostly like Harvard educated people who are on a specific type of grift train. In my opinion, it's people who largely got in through diversity application programs, who realized that and realized the power that grift had over their life, and organized in order to continue that grift outside of academia, where it was the most effective, by spreading academia to the rest of the world. That is a part of this whole DEI, SEL, social emotional learning, diversity, equity, inclusion, critical race theory, all that jive. It's a business.
Yeah, SF Peak says, didn't Al go to Russia for poor little Brittany? Yeah, he did say he was going to go over to go visit with her in Russia. He trying to find an international bag now. Hunch says there hasn't been a big enough bag involved for Sharpton to come out. That is true.
Hunch knows what's up.
Handy says the 70s and the 80s was the bomb. Jay said he misses the 70s. I'm too young.
We're about to have a go of the 60s, 70s era here again, my friend. So maybe we'll get the 70s again. The 70s was a response to the 60s. It was a cultural backlash. That's when you got all those good cop movies where it was like a cop in a corrupt system that just says, fuck it, I'm gonna be a loose cannon and go kill these fucking bad guys and not give a shit.
Right.
Like that's where all those movies came out of. And it was a cultural response to the same kind of, literally the 60s, the original movement, where we saw like there was the good side of civil rights, they had a legitimate grievance, and I'm 100% here about that. Like, 100%, man. But there was the bad side of civil rights, like the Weather Underground and all these other communist groups that said, hey, let's take this legitimate grievance and figure out how to use it in order to burn things down so we can rule over the ashes, which literally what we're looking at, folks, is the same organizers out of the 60s who got tossed out of that grift, went into the education grift, and they multiplied and were fruitful.
Emmanuel Presley said, watch it dropping gems. LP says, hopefully Russia holds Al Sharpton if he goes over there.
They don't want him. They can't afford to keep him for more than a few days.
Emmanuel says, I miss 2018. Money was good and gas was cheap.
Ooh. Hey, we should watch that Alex Stein. Can I get some of that Trump gas? That
was funny. That was funny.
Oh, speaking of which, we've got a new Alex Stein we got to watch here real quick.
Scott says he missed Dirty Harry. Yeah, Dirty Harry is definitely one of those movies.
Yeah, the whole Dirty Harry series came out of then. So here's Alex Stein Twitter. Apparently, he was on that real private show Tucker does behind the closed
Alex
doors.
Stein was working in a totally different business. Then he got mad and decided to make videos on YouTube. Turns out he's hilarious and great. You definitely will see him. He'll show up at school board meetings in Texas, city council meetings in Seattle, drag shows for kids. Makes these amazing and very revealing videos. Anyway, for a brand new episode of Tucker Carlson today, we spoke to him about how he started doing this and why. Here's part of the conversation.
All right, chat. So as you know, we have to pause roughly every 30 seconds and say something, because even with this, it ensures the Twitter bots stay off our back. Let's go.
The guys you make fun of all the time, like Don Lemon, who's married to a white guy, that preach, white supremacy.
Stop. That's Marco Rubio. That's Marco Rubio's little brother. Look at him. No, Ted Cruz. That's Ted Cruz's little brother. Look at him. It's Ted Cruz. It is. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. That's. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was yawning. Damn. That's Alex Stein right there?
Yes, that's Alex Stein. But hold on.
Like they cloned him.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. Here we go. Download. Give me that. Pull it up. Are you sure though? Are you sure that is not Ted Cruz's little brother?
Maybe it's Ted Cruz from 1980. He went back to the future.
Yeah. This is like the old man Biff,
yeah.
And this is like the young man Biff.
There you go.
Oh, I dig this. Yeah. You know what? Lore is being established.
Is the biggest problem.
Time travel is real.
When I left that meeting, I was like a pseudo celebrity. Everybody was coming up to me because that.
What do we want, chat? Time travel. And when do we want it? Irrelevant.
That's what they want. When I go to these public meetings and I act a fool, I know what I'm doing is cringe, but I'm doing it on purpose in order to kind of help the levity of the meetings. Because these things are so ultra serious. All these politicians are so self-righteous and self-important. So when you go there and you mock them, it's how they treat us. They mock us, Tucker, especially, that's basically what we're under. We're under constant mockery.
Stop, chat. Stop. Guess where Alex Stein lives, Cannon?
Texas.
In Ted Cruz's district in Texas. Did I just discover something? Dude, I love your soundboard. All right, let's go.
Constant hypocrisy. So when I'm doing it, I'm mocking them back because you see the people that's talking, their kind of voice is trembling and they're kind of nervous. So when I do all that, the people that speak after me oftentimes are laughing and they're in a good mood. And there's another video. Don't pull this one up, but there's a bunch of them. In Hawaii, I did the same thing, and I was controversial in that meeting. And then Fox covered it, not Fox News, but the local Fox. And the person who's running the meeting said, well, I don't want to give Alex Stein clout, but he helped the meeting, helped bring us together. Because in these ultra serious places, when you go and be a goofball, it's like being the class clown. It kind of makes the class more fun.
Andy Boss says Ted Cruz's love child.
Is that all we got? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, folks. It's the milkman's kid. Okay, look, hold on. There's another segment.
Give us the crack pipe all.
Oh, this is from the 25th. God damn it. Hold on. This is fucking hell.
All day long. Yet on that same laptop, there's supposedly child pornography on it. And these people don't care. Look at Ketanji Brown Jackson, who's about to be nominated to the Supreme Court. She's easy on child pornography.
Okay, maybe we back off the cheese pizza talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chad, Alex Stein. You know, I was wondering, Cannon, have you also there's another dude who does comedy that I don't think everybody knows about him. He's kind of small, but he is amazing. Have you heard of Kyle Dunnigan yet?
Yeah, I've heard of Kyle Dunnigan. He does the
Oh my
he
God,
does like the deep fake type shit.
Well, but it's live deep fake where it's on his own face while he's doing impressions of people.
Oh, he's doing it live.
It's
Oh shit.
dog, it is insane. It is, I think, like Alex Stein and him and Chappelle get together, you've got like the workings for like an actual successor to SNL or like the old skit comedy show.
That'd be great because SNL has jumped the shark as of
late. It's fucking dead. It's utterly dead. So I think where this is at, Chad, I'm pretty sure this is Freedom Block.
Like
if you look at the broken up
block party.
Well, it does. They've done this a couple times, and we should probably turn it up so we can hear what they say, because like normally when they're here is when suddenly they get loose-lipped. Oh, except for music.
Yeah, let's not get copyright strikes.
What kind of lame ass party light is that?
It'd be funny if
Chat, you can buy a legitimate laser nowadays for like under $50. Like there is no excuse for this.
That's one of them sharper image fucking 5 and below speakers right there.
That has a little microphone port on it, so it listens for the bass and then it changes based on the bass. That's literally, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that is.
But this is the thing, right? What if like everybody just was like, man, look, I'm not doing this no more. Little girl got killed. Let's just fucking call it. And they the only ones still out there trying to keep the lie alive.
The organizers. And that is essentially who we saw today. Like, it's hard to say, right? Because they had some of them that were inside for the city council meeting, but that outside meeting that we showed you from the helicopter chat, that was small. That was just organizers. But what concerns me about that, Cannon, is we know that we've got people coming into town that are hitters, shall we say, like literal hitters.
Yeah.
We've got hits out on the cops. And so when they don't get the massive crowd in order to support them, what do they do? What comes next?
Another event.
I think personally, small unit tactics by the agitators in order to try and ambush a cop.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm going to be looking for in Akron.
Yeah. It's small. Like I said, another event. They're gonna try to agitate a cop. Cop gonna react. Something gonna happen to a person, and then next thing you know, they reignited the fervor of the people to come out and act out.
That's hilarious. Deadbolt says, no, you guys missed it. The problem is the funding ran out. Brother, you might not be wrong.
That might be true. That might very well be true. They're fucking partying.
If we look at some other indicators.
Trash trucks.
Yeah, exactly. If we look at some other indicators, you might be correct.
You're doing this in an alley.
Well, I'm pretty sure that what this is the alley where the several apartments that make up Freedom Block all let out into the same alley.
Okay.
And so I think this is kind of like their hang space.
Fucking Airbnb.
Pretty much.
Geez, socialism loves capitalism, right?
Yeah, hold on a second here. Oh, what? Chat, breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Breaking news. Black Rifle Coffee has either changed their name or they got nuked. Oh, no, this only happens when you delete it yourself.
So Black Rifle Coffee just got rid of that on Twitter.
Either that or they or maybe somebody hacked them and took it down. I guess that is a potential. That could happen. But oh boy. Do I have this wrong? Is that not the correct one for them, guys? BLK Rifle Coffee? I'm almost positive that's correct. Whew.
So I just went on my Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's BLCK Rifle Coffee.
Okay, so hey, whoever sent that to me, let me check you real quick. Looks like we got a live fact check for you. I think that was an imposter.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the check mark. They verified.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We didn't have a check mark. Yeah.
They're
So
still
this was an imposter that got nuked. Mittens.
Did you see the guy? Did you see the guy in Australia get stabbed in the neck?
I didn't see it, but I have heard about it from chat.
That shit was crazy.
So is it? I assume it's something I should watch off stream.
Yeah,
and react
you
to.
might want to watch that off stream.
Okay.
There's a lot of juice flowing from his neck.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the same thing about the one in New York, but I was
this shit was graphic. Like,
so it's Andy No that I need to go to.
Yeah,
right?
that shit was crazy. Like, it was, damn. He's like a wounded deer going down.
Well, I mean, eventually so like I said, I was a marksmanship instructor and combat marksmanship instructor for the Marine Corps for a number of years. And one of the things we teach people is one of the modes of human body failure when we're talking about terminal ballistics.
Yeah.
Is you poke enough holes in something, they lose enough blood. Any pump that doesn't have enough pressure in a system is going to lose the ability to pump. That's what it is.
He caught him clean one time. It was over.
Oof. Yeah, that's another hint I will give you as a self-defense person. I think Joe and just about anyone will back me up on this. Don't get into a fucking knife fight. Literally ever for any reason. Don't ever get into a knife fight. Maintain good distance. Maintain clear line of sight. Clear tip, blurry target. Breathe easy, right? And shoot on the end of the exhale.
Keep your fucking guard up. This dude was walking with his hands down and some more shit. I'm like, jeez.
Gotcha.
I need to get the breaking news clip sound. I'm gonna have to find me a sound bite for breaking news, Scott.
I personally would like to steal the Pew News one. I like that one.
I'm just gonna get like some glass breaking or some shit and just call it breaking news.
This is interesting. I'm just going to pull up this tweet while I look for the other one. But apparently in an interview given to Epoch Times about how relatively small numbers of cells and networks of far-left extremists in the U.S. are able to perpetrate violence and fear and radicalization. I'm going to pull this up as a video. Because all we've got is this dumbass talking to camera in the middle of a dark alley where he's probably trying to grind up on a couple of sweaty hoes that have been outside in the hot sun protesting all day. Chat, do you know what that alley smells like? Ratchet. That is what that alley smells like.
What makes Antifa a potent movement is not just that they will beat people, threaten them, harass them into submission. It's about the fact that they are given a certain air of legitimacy in whitewashing through media. Some of it is because journalists are ignorant about what this movement is. There are various Antifa groups in certain cities, but they operate autonomously. It's a movement of extreme anarchists and communists. It creates a breakdown in society when you normalize this perception that to solve interpersonal conflict is to do through violence. All of this is like efforts, like many ants working towards eating away at the body of American democracy.
Well, and look, it wouldn't even just be that, right? Because I'm actually a firm advocate of dueling culture. But the deal is it's not just advocating solving violence through conflicts through violence. It's solving conflicts through like unstructured fucking find people in a dark alley style violence.
That's crazy.
If you want to do some dueling culture and square off with somebody, personally, I got no problem with it. Go for it.
Hunch says,
I think that'd clean up society.
I think so too. Hey, Hunch says, Canny, you should use 9mm shots done as shaving and haircut for breaking news. It's one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my god, dude! Yes, I loved it as a kid, and when I was a young punk, it was the first movie. I got drunk for the first time while we watched that movie and did shots of gin and vodka that my friend brought back from his very irresponsible dad's house in Boston.
Jeez.
To be a kid in the Midwest.
Now they try to make that Chipmunks movie based off of almost like a fucking Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I haven't seen that. I mean, like, brother, Cannon. Look, the last thing I watched Paw Patrol movie in theaters, right?
Mm-hmm. Before
that, right, the last thing that either Mrs. Watcher or myself have seen in theaters was we watched the very first Disney Star Wars, and we walked out roughly halfway through. And we never went back after that. And then before that was Pacific Rim in IMAX. I shit you not, that's it. Like those are the big movies I've seen for the last while. I guess I've seen Deadpool, but I didn't see it in theaters. I sailed the high seas for that shit.
No, I understand that. I mean, most time when I go to the movies, it's just for the kids. I don't know when the last time I went to the movie just to go for myself. I think it was Eternals, and I was thoroughly disappointed.
Oof. Yeah, I heard that was not good. Real quick, Derna says, so Chipmunks is getting a redhead or what? No, bro. Don't you know the woke hate redheads? They have been constantly seeking to eliminate the redheads from all forms of entertainment for a long time and replace them with various other quote minority groups. All right, so we're done from the live in that hallway. Doesn't mean we're done at all. It just means got to start searching. So if you got a topic you want to bring up, I will pull this down and turn the floor over to you while I do a little bit of searching for something to watch.
Yeah, so I brought up a story, it was probably yesterday or the day before, with these squeegee kids here in Baltimore.
Yes, I did a video on that shit, brother. Did you see the Kimberly Klasick video on that?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. Now they're making excuses for these kids. Now they want to do expose. Why are squeegee kids? Like, because their fucking parents don't care and they don't take care of them. The poverty. You know, the thing about it is, though, a lot of these kids, you know, you got some kids that are actually out there trying to make a couple of bucks, but then a lot of these kids out there using it as a front so they can sell drugs. That's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And let's be clear, because like people, well, how is squeegeeing a way to sell drugs? Look, white person from the suburbs. Here's the deal: like, if somebody has a job which allows them to covertly roll up to your window, that is a perfect drop location.
Exactly.
Not just for drugs, for anything. Like, legitimately, he could be passing cash between places. Like, there's all kinds of jobs he could get as bag boys for all kinds of people. It gives you access.
So apparently, a couple of days ago, Squeegee Kid, or today or yesterday, carjacked somebody. Then they got in a fight with the police. There was some Squeegee Kids that got in a fight with the police, and they still refused to call them a public nuisance. They still refused to do something about it. And I'm just...
Well, no, I mean, the mayor flat out... the mayor flat out came out and, like, the day before, I don't know what he said today, but, like, the day before, he was flat out like, I know what it's like. First of all, he's really young.
He is.
Right? Have you showed that? Like, he is so young.
Yeah, he's my
but
age.
He's like, I'm not gonna come after these squeegee kids because I know what it's like. Like, I get that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get it's hard, but like, you're literally enabling criminal activity, and you're not helping those kids out. Like, that is not a
right.
Boy,
the man was killed. He was shot and killed. And then less than a mile away, a squeegee kid carjacked somebody. Something needs to be done about it. Not every squeegee kid is a criminal. I get that, but you gotta do something. Especially when you know the city is losing tourist dollars because of this shit.
Oof.
And you're not.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you're not gonna be happy until one of these little kids, these little motherfuckers, get plugged in the chest.
Well, no, and then they're not going to be happy until the person who did it in self-defense is rotting under a jail.
Exactly, because the same kid that probably saw, let's just say that driver, like I said the other day, let's just say that driver that got killed a couple days ago, he was strapped up, and he was faster than that kid, and he put that kid down. We having protests and riots right now in Baltimore City. Right now. We make too many excuses for people. And that's the thing is, and it's in Democratic strongholds. It's in liberal strongholds they do this shit. Your parents to teach you there's consequences behind your actions. Instead, our political powers that be are teaching these kids that there are no consequences. Are you shoplifting? Oh, it's okay. As long as you didn't take anything over $900, it's fine. Are you you shoot?
And like a professional criminal organization isn't literally going to organize to do that, where they've got one dude who can actually do math, rolling around with a calculator, making sure the other 3 dudes grabbing shit don't go over their personal limit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Emmanuel said they're gonna run up on one of them bodega owners and get cut up in the juice.
Ooh, they're gonna get the Jack LaLanne treatment. Gonna get juiced.
Yeah, I'm telling you. By the way, that fucking bodega owner looked like that wasn't his first rodeo.
No, he's an immigrant too, a recent immigrant.
He might have retired here in the U.S. to get away from all the shit he did in his life. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
as smooth as he did that
first
shit.
Of all, he knew how to handle himself.
Yeah,
that's for damn sure.
Yeah, smooth as he pulled that shit off. Shit, I was like, damn. You know
what? Relevant quote everyone should remember. Do not fight old men. All right, because age and treachery will always win out over youth and a bad attitude.
Yeah,
and that is literally the playing out of that quote.
Yep, and that kid ain't know what to do when that old man decided to roll up on him, put his ass right down, and that shit is crazy, But back to these kids, man, it's sad because these kids, they don't have any role models. Their parents. I say this all the time. I said this on Sonny Johnson's show. I said this on the Harsh Reality podcast. These kids, either their parents are strung out, they work too much, the father not in the home, so the parents or the mother or whoever, they can't pay attention to this kid. So let's just say, let's take the squeegee kids. They out there trying to make a living because their parents can't afford to get them shoes and this or that, right? Well, the parent don't care enough to do so. What happens is you get a kid, he see a guy, the guy say, yo, come here. Take this right here and go take it to that guy in that car. Kid go do that for a couple of times. All right, cool, appreciate you. Do hit him off with $100, couple $100, right? Come back tomorrow, I got some work for you. Now that one dude, that dope boy on the corner, right, just gave that kid what the parents couldn't get that kid. He gave him a purpose. He showed that he noticed him, and he gave him a means to make money and keep himself fed. So now that kid is striving to be like that man on the corner now.
And especially when the gangs have names and that kind of stuff, man, you become a part of something greater.
Right.
Do you know what a psychological effect that has on people? That's what makes Marines charge hills.
I mean, but people, that's the thing. People don't understand this, but humans want to be a part of a group. Humans want to be a part of a community. We pack animals too, So when you do get with those groups and stuff like that make you feel included and wanted and all this other stuff, that dopamine drip hit, and like you said, it make you want to charge a hill. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But the thing is that these kids get involved with the wrong people. Otherwise, potentially good kid that went down the wrong path became a fucking menace. Look at those kids in Philly who killed that old man with the fucking traffic cone.
Oof. God damn, dude. That one
that shit was
I
sad.
left a piece of my soul in that video. That was fucking terrible. And by the way, have you shown they've got look, those kids that did that are like 12 years old.
Right.
Like I swear to you.
Right.
Like 10 to 12 years old.
Some of them look younger than they all look like preteens.
Fuck, dude. Like what? Like you're not riding around after 12 years old with a fucking scooter.
No,
like a little push scooter.
No. And then you got, somebody brought up a good point. I think it was Jay and oh man, who was it? Jay and another guy in my chat. It might have been Handy Bob. Like, what the fuck was they doing out there at 3 a.m.? What was those kids out there at 3 a.m.? Where were the parents at? You know, that goes to tell you that parents don't really care where their kids are at night. You know, parents probably still don't know their kids is wanted for murder. But the thing about it is, just like here in Baltimore with the squeegee kids that shot that man, I doubt if Philly tried to go after the kids. Because even the screenshot they put out there is fucking grainy as hell. Can't really make out those kids. You know,
I've got to do this real quick. So no, I'll grab this here real quick. So they put out some pretty clear photos where they
okay.
Yeah. They were from stills in an earlier video. Like it was so yeah, the video where they hit the old man, that wasn't very clear, but they put out some they tracked them through other street cams earlier and found one that was better lit and was higher definition. I'll have to find that for you and toss it to you. I showed it on my stream.
Yeah,
and they're offering a $20,000 reward. So it's not nothing. I have to address this in my chat because somebody asked me. They say, Watcher, you said impasta earlier. Is that like unbreaded? No, that is breaded. Breaded, and impasta is a man who is breaded and is pretending to be unbreaded. Amen. Amen.
There you go.
Have you been read in on the whole unbreaded thing?
I picked it up on context clues and stuff like that. When I heard everybody using it on Andrew's channel.
Stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen any Rekida's reading of that madman's actual manifesto thing that he released?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Chat, should we I don't know, chat. Let us know.
This wasn't the Buffalo. It wasn't the Buffalo guy, right? It was the newer guy.
No, it's way older, and I think this guy got stopped. This guy was a professor at I think it was one of the Ivy League things. He was an associate professor, and dude lost his goddamn mind, and then slowly got kicked out of the university, and then released this this manifesto as well as a series of rambling, insane YouTube videos. And that's where the unbreaded thing comes from. Is from him.
Okay. I didn't know that. Unbreaded. That's funny.
I'm hearing do it. Yep. Wait. Oh, the parents were out clubbing. Who? Ouch. Not good. Yeah, my chat's going nuts about it. So, not that they like you enough already. I'll tell you what, chat. What's Canon Hotep at for likes and follows? Because because I know I'm doing good. He's at 40. Should we do a goal, Canon? And if we can get that over there, we can get you to watch Nick Rekieta reading from the Gospel of Unbreaded.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it.
What's the goal you want to set for these guys so they got to get you over?
Let me see. I'm at 40 likes.
You're at 40 now.
What's it going? I guess we can go. We get 50 likes. Let's do it. Why not? That's the
okay. 10 more, chat. When he
more.
Gets 10 more likes, we will induce him into the Gospel of Unbreaded.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's these kids are getting more and more disrespectful, you know. And it's sad to say, like, you got to protect yourself from these kids just as much as you got to protect yourself from an adult. You know, you get people like, you're just a kid. Like, yeah, okay. Until you picked that gun up. He was a grown-ass man when you picked that gun up. I'm sorry. You know.
I'll give you a link, chat. Hold on.
And it's like, I feel like you got to... and it's sad that you got to fucking treat a kid, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, like a grown man nowadays, or a grown woman. But it's just where we at. It's where we at. Because they'll do some fucked up shit and they'll fall back on the fact that they're a kid. You know, as a scapegoat. They're right now they're grooming and raising little fucking sociopaths.
Well, and think about how much worse this is going to be with a generation of kids that grew up in their formative years of that. Like, I hate to say this, and I hate to be this guy, because you hear so many crazies saying it. But look, take it from another crazy. What's this going to do to a generation of kids that are going to lack empathy and the ability to properly feel like they fit in because they've never really seen faces of strangers, right? Like I feel like this is gonna add, not make things better, and I think that's probably the intention.
PD says those kids, one of the kids was 10 years old. Yeah, I bet. I guarantee it. You know, and of all of them, the girl was the one that took it too far. Jay Pollen says Martin Lawrence's son is dating Eddie Murphy's daughter. That baby gonna be a comedy genius.
No.
Handy Bob says it's sad, all thanks to the Democratic Party. They create too many excuses. It's too many excuses. You know, like I did a video with what's that asshole's name? Michael Rappaport.
Oh yeah.
He's up there. He's so fucking astounded, not astounded, but fucking shocked that some guy walked out with 2 bags full of shit from a fucking Rite Aid. Like, where the fuck you been at? This is what the fuck y'all voted for right here. Your elected officials is what made that shit possible.
What kind of bubble do you have to have been into and not have seen that over the last 2? Like, that's been on Fox. Like, I'm sorry, but by the time something makes it to Fox, that's essentially like, oh, the meme's dead, right?
Right.
Like, it's a valid story till it hits Fox, and it's like, well, Fox covered it. Now who cares?
Right? Yeah, that's true. And now their whole job is to fucking be contrarians to Fox.
Steer people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like essentially, like Fox's whole deal at this point is to take the truth, take the real thing that's going on, this leaks that nobody can get around again, and then find a way to steer it in a way that like softens the blow. Like that is like to the establishment. That's Fox's entire role in this whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, I heard they called Arizona for Biden for 2024 yesterday.
They must be fucking Nostradamus over there.
Well, you never know. Yeah, people. So they're organizing a big raid in my chat to come over there and like it. Oh, you're 3 shy.
Oh shit, already? Damn, that's what's up. I appreciate y'all. That's it. I think that might be the most likes I got in the stream so far, I think.
So chat, I am searching on the back end continuously. I've got several places pulled up that generally give me good videos, and I am hitting refresh on the show me live video from Akron thing. So I don't know, chat. Maybe they decided to hold off for the date since they didn't have good numbers. I'm gonna pull up the police radio though, because that can sometimes tell us where trouble's starting before we see it online. Cannon, how quickly has your I feel like your channel's been growing quickly. I haven't like checked Social Blade or anything, but I hadn't heard of you, and then suddenly I've been hearing of you, and I'm looking at you, and you're how close to 1,500 now? You're at
like 10
1,000. 10 away. Chat. We need to end this tonight. Like, we need to finally put the man over the big lump number. Get him to 15.
Yeah, I think I'm 10
I'm just
away.
saying, if there's 10 of you out, I've got almost 40 in my chat right now. If there's 10 of you out there who haven't done so already, give the man a follow.
Same with my chat. Go over and give the watcher a follow as well.
Just sub to Cannon, says Shifty.
Let's see.
Bow, bow, bow.
But yeah, I've been doing this for like it's a little over a year. I'm at 1489. So
what made you decide to start, man?
Huh?
What made you decide to get started?
So I was sitting in my truck with a broken foot watching the fucking impeachment, and I couldn't really the job I had before, I couldn't say much, like, because I was contracted to the state and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So I would just be at my desk yelling and shit. So when I stopped working for the state, I was like, fuck it. So I picked up my phone and I just started ranting into my phone on Twitter. Started all this shit on Twitter, and then I Uncle Hotep Jesus, they found me roaming through those Twitter woods, just fucking shit posting and yelling. And then they said they liked my production and how I do my videos and stuff, and they wanted to work with me. And they liked the fact that I used the name Hotep in my name. And it just was from there. Like, then I think like April, I think it was like mid-April where I just like, let me go ahead and make a YouTube channel and see where this goes. So I've been doing this since April. But I'm definitely shadow banned. I've been suspended twice already. I already know I'm shadow banned, period. It's just crazy. I already know.
I don't know how I've yet avoided it, but I have. Like, they've marked the most they've given me yet is that they've marked 2 of my videos as 18 plus. But that's the worst they've done for me.
Yeah, like when they do that, you're on their radar, but not as bad as how I am right now. Like
Hold up. Let me turn that off so they can hear you. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. They've been kicking YouTube been kicking my ass, man. Like, there's no reason why my channel shouldn't be bigger than it is.
I agree.
But it's all because I think I just came in at the wrong time. If I would have did this in like 2016, 2017, 2018, I might have been a little better off. But I came in on that. I came in at the height of censorship. I came in at the height. You came in
essentially right after the PewDiePie bridge incident.
Yeah.
The gamer word bridge.
Yeah. So I was like, that's when they really was censoring people. So, and I don't really
one more chat
hold any cut.
It's one.
I don't even hold any cut cards like that. So,
I'm with you, brother.
I
feel the same way. I've been fighting into the face of YouTube. I decided I wanted to start learning how to edit when I watched what they were doing to the truckers up in Canada.
Yeah.
And I just, do you know who Internet Historian is?
I don't. Never heard of Internet Historian.
Okay, this is a fellow YouTuber who famously lets people react to his videos, so I'm not going to feel bad. Guys, we're going to make him watch an Internet Historian video. Should we make him watch Hwindu, season 1 of Hwindu? That's a short one, and it's good. That's He Will Not Divide Us. That's watching Shia LaBeouf get cucked.
That's what people was walking up to. He will come.
There's some good ones. Hold on. Hey, people in Hotep's chat, I want to hear which one. Oh, we're at 50. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 reactions. So that's good. Let me bring up. So first, we're gonna do the one we promised. We're gonna do the Nick Rekieta reading of Unbreaded. Hold on.
Okay.
How you doing on those subs, by the way? Let's check that out.
I'm at 1492.
Not bad. All right, is it Legal Mindsets clip chat? I think that's who we're taking, right? I think that's who's the least likely. Oh, and there's Rekieta. Cool. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Share it out to you.
A binger.
So he replaces some words, as you might guess. This guy, as you can look, there's some words here, some gamer words. And so they decided, because Nick got pretty famous around the time of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial.
Right.
Do you remember what the prosecutor's name was? Was Binger?
Yeah, Binger. Yeah, backdoor Binger.
So they've decided that is a good hard find and replace.
Yeah, because
is that anytime that word is said, it's a Binger.
They just carpet bombed the N-word all the way through here. Jesus.
This insane individual did, yes.
Holy smokes.
So I think the only one on here is the N-word. So I say Binger instead of the N-word.
No,
okay.
Why didn't you say ninja?
Hold on, let me max screen this.
It's because it's God, I fucking hate you sometimes. Oh, and then in case it comes up, bikes instead of rhymes with bikes but starts with a K.
Oh shit.
And then blinks instead of rhymes with blinks with stinks.
Yo, he has the N-word through here like a word find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say again.
He has the N-word placed through here like it was a word find.
Oh yeah, no, very true.
Holy
It's
shit.
but he the person who wrote it is the one who capitalized all of them. This is you'll get it.
And I get it.
So, but I think you'll only have to do Binger. So after you, and you don't get to read the previous words. You have to start with this word as if no other words exist, and then read it.
Emphasis,
how you
Drex.
would-
You got to
yeah, don't
preach.
just be
This is the
boring.
gospel, brother.
Read it how you like. This is a dramatic read, like you're doing poetry. Or
Preach,
something.
brother.
It's supposed to
Black
be
church.
dramatic. So is this guy dramatic? That's how you
I don't
read?
fucking know.
Oh. Target. He is the walking symbol of slavery.
There you go.
He is walking amongst you and singing your ancestors' suffering as a fucking gimmick to make money.
Amen.
Wait, infiltrator? Like, why is it in brackets?
Infiltrator.
An infiltrator flies around the world making money off of your ancestors' suffering. This lesser man.
That's white men.
Oh my God. This
Keep going,
lesser
brother.
man
Keep going. Keep preaching.
is harvesting the souls of your ancestors and eating it and shitting out money.
Oh, yeah.
Leave him to steal from your ancestors while your people are getting poisoned. You let him steal from you. You let him steal from your heritage. You wonder why ninja power
Ain't working, brother.
because you let him tap into it.
He tapped it.
Remove them. Remove the enemy and the ninja tribe will awaken.
We gonna wake, brother.
We was kings. Remove the evil from tapping into your souls, and ninja power shall be free again. Ninja power is drained by the very presence of these lesser men who devour the spirit of our ancestors. The lesser man should be terrified of playing the blues without facing retribution from ninjas. The lesser man should be terrified to ever fucking touch anything near the blues without ninjas.
Testify, brother.
Ninja men hunting them
Drex
down.
is so good at
Ninjas
this.
for slavery and present evil.
Sound like a
The
WWE
lesser
promo.
man should sweat his fucking face off before ever stepping near the.
Hold up, wait, we got Joe in the chat. Joe, if you after the unbreaded reading, because I'm sure you don't want to join for the unbreaded reading, but after the reading in of the Gospel of Unbreaded, so we've got to give you real quick. That's the one they wanted you to see. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's 8 minutes long, and they just go through this madman's insane rantings for 8 minutes. But I'll tell you what we are going to watch real quick. The actual the origin of the actual unbreaded thing all by itself. This is a news report. I don't know. I can't seem to find just the raw his uploaded video, but here we go. Joe, if you want in, just hit me in Twitter. I will. I'd be more than happy to invite you in here.
Punch with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Hunch. He says the robbery work. Hey, I'm listening to it now. I'm listening to it.
Former UCLA lecturer.
We'll do more. I want to get to
Let's
this
get to
real
it.
quick.
Matthew Harris is in federal custody now, and he is likely to face federal charges of making threats to faculty and students here at UCLA. But according to court documents, his disturbing behavior began more than a year ago.
Touchdown. Paper. Unbreaded.
Sound just like Drex.
Long before he played.
Drex sound just like him.
Yeah. So he does that over and over again. Touchdown on paper, unbreaded, which is where the unbreaded meme has come from.
Oh, this dude is nuts.
Better not step. Don't step.
Don't step. The lesser man should sweat in reverence and respect for ninjas.
We all
The
want
lesser
respect.
man should never be allowed to play the blues. It is not his. The lesser man should never be so arrogant and comfortable to think he can invite himself into your culture. The lesser man should never be comfortable in your culture or near it. The lesser man should prefer to lose an arm and a leg to stealing ninja culture.
We taking an arm and both legs.
Arm and a leg, y'all gonna be some armless legs.
Andrew!
Oh my gosh.
The Matt Harris hunts down thieves. Spell that wrong. Thieves of his culture, and his soldiers follow.
So that's you've been read in. You've been read in on the
That's
Gospel
fucking
of Unbreaded.
hilarious. Yeah, he definitely was Hunch. He was definitely a hardcore black supremacist. Jeez. I'm just mad that the black supremacist was using that hard ER and that guy. God damn. Jeez, man.
No chill. Absolutely no.
And he was
chill.
a UCLA professor?
Yes. Yeah, he lost his goddamn mind.
He's supposed to be in a nut house.
Okay. I got some good news for you.
What's that?
Chat. Joe Dolio is about to be right up here in this house. Give us just a few minutes to get him in here. But Tactical Wisdom himself is about to come give us some of his wisdom. Have you he was on the stream with Drex, right? Or not Drex, with Andrew, right?
Yeah.
I'm you know what? In fact, chat, if I'm not much mistaken, we'll get a little chat out of the way with Cannon and Joe. But if we get him to watch Windu, I'd also like to see Joe react to the many security threats exposed in He Will Not Divide Us season 1. You getting a little tired there, Cannon? You all right?
No, I'm good.
You can dip if you need to go.
No, I'm fine. I was just reading something from Michael Dean.
All right. Who's Michael? Is Michael Dean related to Paula Dean?
No, he's on Twitter. He's a good follow.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, hold up. What was that on the scanner? You know what? I'm gonna give Hotep's chat the choice here. You guys, Brad's wife. I think that's a good one. Windu, He Will Not Divide Us season 1, or I'm trying to think of appropriate ones. I mean, Serious Business is great, but it's like 20 minutes. It's a long video. It's one that I would highlight.
Let's do the Windu.
Windu?
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do that one.
Is that what chat's saying? All right. Oh, here's Joe Dolio. Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
We're having a good time watching Akron, and Joe, I think that what happened, like personal theory that Cannon and I have developed after watching this, we think that what happened was they did this whole city hall thing and they split up their attention, and they did not, like, it was essentially just organizers that were there outside the city hall. There weren't really any just regular people, and we think maybe they might split into small unit stuff tonight, and they're definitely rethinking protesting. But like there's people in from out of town. They're there. They spent money to get there. They're not going to leave without a fight, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, how much is gas, right? And I know for a fact, because one of my people spotted them, that some people drove from New Orleans up there. Dang. And they got a hotel room. Granted, it wasn't the top of the line hotel, but it was not a cheap hotel either. And so there's a lot of money being spent for them to do nothing. So you're not seeing anything tonight out there, or?
No, man. So they did their big thing, and then the last thing we saw. Well, first of all, the police caved on two things. They said, "Okay, we'll let you guys do your caravanning that we've been watching them do for the last couple days, so long as no one gets violent and you don't do the as long as the runner cars aren't being ridiculous, because they had been being ridiculous."
Yeah.
And so they've allowed them to do the caravanning, and then there's still a curfew, but they dropped it from what was it, 10 o'clock? No, 9 o'clock back to 11.
So what happened when the curfew hit? Everybody went home?
Well, I mean, curfew hit 20 minutes ago, and we haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean nothing's happening. I've got a police scanner up that I'm listening to, but we haven't heard much. Like, there's some fires, but they sound like just like old people falling asleep, smoking in bed, and that kind of shit.
So, to anyone in Akron who's watching this, y'all some bitches. I'm sorry.
Seriously, yeah, seriously. Where's the poke 'em with a stick meme?
Right.
But hey, while we're watching for stuff
Hold
to develop,
on, Mr. Scott says I look suspicious in the dark. I was getting ready to go finish writing a book, and Watcher was like, "Come on in." So this is what you get. This is what you get.
So he just saw the truth of the gospel of unbreadedness.
Oh yeah. Every time I hear Matthew Harris, I have to listen because, peace be upon him. He says such wise and amazing things.
Good God.
That shit was crazy. I was like, damn.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that when he got hired at Stanford or wherever, or UCLA, they knew what happened at Duke. So why would you hire him?
Diversity hire.
Lord.
No, look. You want my theory? It's because it aligns with all of this crazy shit they've got going on. This Hegelian dialectic, if we speak it into being, it will become reality thing, right?
Yeah.
I think they wanted exactly what he was, and they hired him because of the type of thing that happened at Duke.
I can see that. Mayor Presley says Joe does look like an interpreter. He said Joe does look like he's in an interrogation room.
But listen, if I'm in the interrogation room, hold on, stand by.
Well, the fact
I'm
is
on
that
my side of the table, not the other one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact is that any room Joe's in is an interrogation room.
I am actually a certified forensic interviewer, and that is what I do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you just don't know it yet.
That was my former military police badge. I'm not one. Not anything official at the moment, but I do corporate security investigations, and I do sit in the interview room all day.
So now that we've got your official security qualifications out here, it's a good segue into what we're about to do. We've done live reactions before, but I've never had you just do one just for the shit of it. And
Lord, you're dragging me into something, aren't you?
No. This is well established. You're gonna be fine. Hold on just a minute though. Windu season 1.
What?
So do you guys remember when Shia LaBeouf lost his shit?
Yes.
Over the flag thing?
Yes.
Okay. So we were talking about what our inspirations for getting on YouTube were. And I brought up this because this particular person, is internet historian, is literally the reason that I started doing editing and got on YouTube. I absolutely love this editing style and the way that he uses humor in order to show the truth of various events, even though they aren't popular in the narrative. And he has a way of turning people who don't agree with him to his stance. And this is the 5-minute video in which he covers that initial bout of insanity with Shia LaBeouf. Well, as a security person, you could just cover all the various stupid security decisions that were made on behalf of Shia LaBeouf and the MoMA.
So let's see.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I gotta rewind. There you go. Wait. It did it again. For some reason, when I stopped it, it muted it. So let me do this. All right.
You're such a boomer, Watcher.
It's StreamYards.
Welcome to his museum. He brought you such works as watching all of his movies in a theater back to back. And wearing a paper bag. But now he's ready to unveil his magnum opus.
He will not divide us!
He won't divide us.
Their message from Astoria, Queens, broadcast for the world to see. Camera feed will be up 24 hours a day for at least 4 years.
The media called it a triumph, the first great art of the Trump era.
Will not divide us.
Oh God.
This shit was so gold. Like this era in memes.
Whole appreciates art too. And they wanted to express themselves on camera as well.
But you're so supreme.
Wait. What the fuck are they?
That's a classic.
Trying to get discovered. Hold on, was that the name of Metal Gear Solid's creator?
Yes. No. Like this is the Metal Gear. He's singing the Metal Gear Solid thing, and he's wearing an eye patch like Snake.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
that was the whole thing.
Oh shit. Jeez.
Paul had one goal in mind: to take over the exhibit and trigger Shire. By day 2, Shire is getting sick of hearing about Pepe.
He's completely unstable.
Shia LaBeouf is a rich white liberal who doesn't care about the working class.
So this song is called Chatelet, and here's the thing. It's another one of those things like the circle game and drinking milk that 4chan talked the leftist into believing was a symbol of the alt-right.
Oh my God.
Even though until they did this, no alt-right person had ever heard of this song. So they used it to troll the left by being like, oh, look, it's a secret dog whistle. And really, they were just getting them to go nuts over a fairly decent song by a band called PEPE, which is why they selected it. It's Pepe.
6 hours later.
You will not divide us. Is that a little speaker? Whose speaker is that?
Paul learned that Shire was particularly triggered by Nazi role-playing, so it became a game to make Nazi references while he was on camera.
And then they called in the big guns.
What's up?
Oh, not this one.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Sexually assaulted some dude.
Look at this.
Jeez, man.
He tongues
Sam
this dude's
Hyde
mouth
showed
and
up.
cheek. It was nuts. Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde showed up.
Jeez.
I just want to red pill Shia on the truth about the Holocaust. Yo, be careful. Be nice out here. If you're nice out here, you're surrounded now.
But it all came
Be
tumbling
careful,
down.
That one.
Camera.
That one's the
Clearly
best. I'm
misunderstanding.
sorry.
He assaulted one of his own supporters. The police caught the event, and he was arrested. He was deported back to Los Angeles the next day.
Deported.
They also had to put up a fence. A wall, if you will. An hour and 5 people at a time can come in, and they are very well vetted. But credit where it's due. Although this was not good art, Shai had created one of the most fascinating things to watch on the internet. And here are a few of the best featured characters. The Milky Bar Pimp.
You know that's hate speech. Milky, yes, towards black people. Subliminal racist type of things they do. They try to say that, like, black people are lactose intolerant. Like, this purposely drink milk outside.
I love 4chan so much.
Did you hear that? Hitler did nothing wrong. There's so many racist people calling me right now. Bjorn. I don't use the word Nazi lightly.
Yeah, this is great.
I love you and I love these people.
People started calling my wife's son. My wife's son.
My wife's son. The guy is standing right behind you.
Look at his face.
He don't know the D stuck. He short circuited.
And it was great.
But there are many, many more. It is the single best reality TV show on the internet right now, and it is going on for the next 4 to 8 years.
Yeah, that was
if you guys
good.
if you guys are down with it, chat wants you to also do season 2, which is which is the flag. You don't have to, Joe. You can take off. Cannon, you can take off. Both of you guys can.
No, I'll watch one more before I get off.
To be honest, chat.
I'll watch one more before I get off stream. I remember somebody had something was like, he was saying we will not divide us. They kept saying he will come inside us. He will come inside.
Oh God.
Pause.
That's just terrible, and I wish I had done it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the worst part of it is I didn't think of it first. All right, so season 2 unfortunately got yeeted from YouTube forever.
Oh damn!
Like,
this was actually classic.
Yeah, so season 2 got yeeted. That's when they went over. In case anybody's curious, he's going to go over like a brief disclaimer, but I just want to do it. Season 2 got yeeted because they Shia took it to a restaurant in New Mexico, and one of his leftist friends showed up and pulled a gun and threatened to kill people.
Holy shit!
And YouTube did not like the recounting of that story.
Oh, is that
so?
Shia was not well during this whole period.
No.
Yeah,
and so we pick back up at part 3 where he decided that it would now be a flag.
War has changed. It's an endless series of proxy battles fought by mercenaries and machines inside their bodies, enhance and regulate their ability.
After defeat on the battlefield.
I gotta, for those of you who are not giant nerds,
I love the Metal
that
Gear
is the
Solid
introduction
reference.
to Metal Gear. Yeah, that's
reference.
Yeah.
Of New York and New Mexico, Shia headed to a new hidden location. No more chanting or interaction. This latest exhibit would just be a flag waving arrogantly in front of a camera.
No,
There
chat,
were no
hold on.
landmarks.
Chat's not wrong. As a preamble, what you're about to see puts finding bin Laden to shame.
Oh shit.
No scenery, no clues at all to its whereabouts. It would be impossible to find, and nothing could stop the broadcast. Checkmate. And this would allow Shia to act smug for the next 4 to 8 years. That is, unless Pol's agents could find a way to track it down. Challenge accepted. It was to be the greatest game of capture the flag ever. Pol began organizing. They set about gathering all the information they could on the local environment, trying to match up cloud, wind patterns, and ambient noise. Because it was a live stream, they could match the time of sunset to quickly discern that the flag was somewhere in the Eastern time zone. That's 2/3 of the country ruled out in one move. Others
Let's
began
go,
looking
autists.
into intel about Shia's whereabouts.
Sweet,
as it
we
was
got
highly
Hotep
likely
Jesus
that
in
he
the
was
building.
present for the raising of the flag itself. As time went
Hotep
on,
Jesus is here? Hold
suspicious
on.
noise-
Hotep Jesus, can I just say thank you real quick for giving my boy a boost? Because otherwise we might not be hanging out tonight. And this is legitimately one of the most entertaining streams I've had in a while. It's a
No,
good
it's been
time.
fun, definitely.
Noises could be heard in the background, the croaking of frogs, suggesting water nearby. Then, the second big break. In the distance, just faintly, 2 jet streams. Pol quickly opened a live feed of all of the air traffic across the eastern seaboard. But identifying these 2 lines, amongst all of this, would be a challenge. Meanwhile, social media trackers found this post. At a small town diner in Tennessee, this waitress couldn't help
upsick
brag
failure.
about her run-in with Shia.
Yeah.
It was another big break. TMZ also reported that Shia had been seen fly fishing in the area. The search was closing in on Greenville, Tennessee. The hunt was moving much faster now. According to the aviation team, 2 more planes would soon be flying overhead. If they could be spotted on the live stream, Pol would have confirmation. Bingo. To further narrow down the search area, the aviation team started charting all of the flight paths of spotted planes. But they still needed more information. And as day turned to night, they got it. Pol's...
So wait. So all this sophisticated shit, this is how they actually found this motherfucker? They actually found him like this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wait till you see how they finally narrowed it down to the exact location, because that was the genius.
Hey, for the record, I'm under a tornado warning, so if I go off, that's I'm probably dead. So
chat. I mean, he's already in the bunkers, so that's not
Right?
good.
We're already armed and in the bunker. We cool. All right, carry on.
All right.
Division used the constellations to narrow down the angle and rough position of the camera. With this, the flight paths, and some advanced trigonometry, the candidate area had been reduced way down. Further confirmation from weather satellites backed up the claim as an agent was dispatched to the scene. As he drew close, he started honking the horn, while viewers of the live stream gave feedback as it got louder. A few minutes later, target sighted. But he couldn't just head in during broad daylight and risk Shire's wrath. Instead, he had to wait for the cloak of night.
I'm at ease and all this shit from what's this Phantom Pains?
Paul got to work devising an infiltration strategy. A few hours later, the flag came down, and a MAGA hat and shirt. It was a beautiful moment, and it all took place on the live stream. Pol's Central Intelligence Agency had clocked Window Season 3 38 hours and 14 minutes, and poor Shire was divided for a third time.
Oh man,
Could he
that's
ever
fucking
recover?
hilarious.
Could this be the end? Well, as I was editing this video, there has been an update. The stream has gone down and the MAGA hat and shirt with it, but intel indicates that the flag will be up again soon. A drone was flown over the area, and you can see here that Shire is keeping guard of the flagless pole. In response, Operation Eagle Eye is on standby.
Eagle Eye.
The drone carries a sophisticated
That's the
device.
movie he was in like
You can see here a MAGA
2001,
hat,
right?
Confederate flag, and bucket. Let's find out what will happen next. Stay tuned for season 4.
That's fucking hilarious.
It is. That's classic.
What's his name?
That's Internet Historian. Internet
Historian.
Historian. I'm gonna link him in your chat. He's legitimately one of my very favorite creators of like everything he does is solid
That
gold.
is fucking
He's got some
hilarious.
that are really long too. Like this one, this Costa Concordia is legitimately an actual documentary.
Oh, wow.
It is full length. They're fantastic. And again, if you ever just like these are the kind of things where if you're looking for something to do with chat and it's a good time, you just want to hang out together, but you're not sure what else to put on. It's perfect because he's very forgiving. He's never copyright struck anyone. He lets people do reactions to his work all the time. So
Yeah, it's for those were good times, man.
3.56 million. Damn.
It's good to remember the wins, remember the good times. Hey, did you make it? Are you finally over 2K? Or sorry, 1.5K?
Let's see. Hold on, where's my? Here you go. Let's find out. I'm at 1493. So it's creeping slowly
okay.
but surely.
7 more.
But anyway.
7 more. I'm sure in the replay.
Maybe I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired. I got an early morning. I appreciate
Completely
you. I
understand.
appreciate you rolling with me and let me hang out with you guys. It was fun.
Brother,
it was a
any
whole lot
night.
of fun. So I know my chat enjoyed it. I'm happy that my chat was able to hang out, this late. I know a lot of us got to get up early in the morning, but anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. And
You as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I'll be on Friday.
That's right. Hey, let's bump that promo real quick, guys. Friday we're going to be live at 9 a.m. Eastern time with Canon Hotep on the Council on Future Conflicts.
Yeah, so I'll
Right
be
on.
with you guys. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night.
All right, man. We'll catch you later.
All right.
Joe, tell me.
All right, guys. Let me see. All right, give me 1 second so I can get my okay, so this why. Close this window. And that should be it. Hold on. All right, there we go. I was hoping that something was going to jump off in Akron, or at least we would have saw something. But I think that people might be over it. They might be like, "Oh, fuck this." They didn't kill a little girl over this shit and all this other stuff. But hopefully it's peaceful in Akron. Hopefully they fucking have some common sense about what's going on and some discernment. So hopefully these agitators don't start riling people up and starting some issue that don't need to be started up there in Ohio. But anyway, it's Canon Hotep saying stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. I'll holla at you.